なのか。第二戦闘配備中である。不明瞭な会話はやめよう。
Jeez, I'm sorry, Carcellular Reactors. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back for the final of the compilation movies for the original season of Mobile Suit Gundam. Encounters in Space.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we don't have a lot to discuss here, given one, we've discussed the changes made to the originals at the end of last movie, but there's no real change that doesn't change anything we didn't know already. It's more so like the inclusion of the word new type 100 times more, where it was like Esper before.
And only like once or twice at most in the original. Here's like, oh, by the way, have you heard about the new types? Yes, I have heard about the new types. It's a new type thing. Oh, there certainly is a new type thing. Let's talk about the new type thing. We should talk about the new type thing.
Well, it did include the one thing I had asked for that I would prefer, which was like essentially water cooler talk from the higher ups in the Earth Federation. We got that at Jabro.
Well, there you have it. Now it's space battles all the way to the end.
Well, the only other thing I could think to include here in our little small talk section before everything else is, if I could direct you to the board, I have decided to start including the manga that I've been reading, which I guess is mostly just for me and the audience, because again, I'm not expecting you to go on that manga journey with me. But I'm also kind of at a dead end here, because there's only like 2 that take place before the 1 Year War. And I don't want to jump into a different thing that's in the 1 Year War, because it might spoil me to other stuff, because obviously we're in like a whole spectrum of the timeline of events. I guess technically I could start reading Origin, but the idea that Origin could also just have bits that take place during 1 Year War unexpectedly spoil myself. So until we finish 0079, I'm kind of at a standstill. But again, I've included the 2 that I've read so far. Stampede, which I've described to you before, but now I guess you can see what the art style was. And more recently, I read Developers. Scroll out a bit, because apparently Developers is a bit taller than I was doing. And I want to say Developers, I'm not going to do a whole breakdown here. I'm probably going to do even less than I did last time. Because last time I included like whole shots of the manga in our little thing here while I was talking about it. Developers is one that I would really like to see animated, though. It was really good. Because it is, I think it's the style of storytelling that you enjoy with your high school animation. Well, because it's mostly just fun. It's mostly fun because it's the element of Zionic sends a guy to this factory that's hard on its luck because they want them to do the initial design of the MSO4, and they've got to like figure it out. And by figure it out, I mean like they've got to redesign their factory to be able to produce this thing.
Yeah, they have to retool,
Yeah, well, because there's the element of it's got an internal nuclear reactor, right? So they've got to be able to be set up to handle having a nuclear reactor installation. And one of the things is like the manager of the place is like, look at this, we've got to solve for this. And he's pointing at a screen that's getting all this interference. And by the way, it's a screen that's also announcing the wedding of Dozel and Zeta. So it's the kind of dating when it's happening.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you talking about? I don't know how that bear can marry a girl like that. You know? It's like, no, Minovsky particles. How do we communicate when we're installing a nuclear reactor? We're not set up for this. And, you know, they go through a whole series of funny things of trying to figure it out, including, like, blasting sound through a gun. And they end up doing, like, just having a guy run back and forth. Oh, he says he needs this. It's fun. It's fun. I enjoyed it. I can see it being animated, being a fun story. It's also, what's her name here? Mion is, like, the first one she's like competitive spirit, wants to pilot the thing. It's the whole reason why they actually accept becoming the place that makes it. And Zionic has like an internal scoreboard of their pilots who do the best at the testing. Garma is on the board, by the way. He's like 28th out of like 28.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, at least he's in the board, I guess.
Well, I mean, to be fair, in the show, we never see him in a mobile suit, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so maybe that's why.
He's a better pilot, yeah. He's a better fighter pilot then.
Yeah, Elliot Rem here is like the head of the program, and he was number one until Mion just kept going at it over and over again until she beats him, and then she becomes like the best one in all of the testing. Like, the military shows up, and they make the testing even harder, like dodging mines in space or whatnot. Well, they're not mines, they're like paintballs, but in a mine format. And that's when Giran shows up, because Giran takes like, I don't want to say like direct control over everything, but he's present and he's like witnessing everything. Like in Origin, where you see like Dozel is in control of the operation. That's kind of the position Giran takes here, is that he's not directing control over anything, but he's observing and he's directly interested, more so than you would think from Origin.
I love that the watchdog is just like a cutesy like lapdog thing. Well, not a lapdog. Actually, those dogs are pretty big. I forgot the breed that they are, but that's the watchdog. I suppose it still has teeth. It can still bite.
Well, Theo, the manager, gets sent by Zionic when he first arrives at the place. In the guard shed in the front gate, it's just the dog sitting in there, like in a chair. And there's never a guard. It's just the dog. And that's one of the things that the Zionic director gets on him about, the fact that it's supposed to be a top secret operation. And like the manager is just constantly talking to people, and they're constantly performing tests out in the open where people are taking pictures of it. And then he gets a picture of the watchdog in the place. There's not even security. Or he said something like, "That's the only guard you have?" And Theo's like, "It's not really even a guard." That's the first thing Theo's trying to get in, and he just reaches into the window past the dog to hit the button, because the dog doesn't stop him either. Like I said, it's very entertaining. I enjoyed it. I very much would enjoy watching it animated. Because the difference between like Stampede, which is like one chapter, Developers is like 12 chapters long. Because of like every little problem you could think in making MSO4 was what? Bugu? Everything you can think of in making the Bugu and going wrong, they address, they cover it. Like, right up until, this thing is having a hard time walking at 30-degree angles. What do we do? So it's really good, fun, I enjoyed it, would like to see it animated one day. Other than that, I guess that is the end of the small talk.
Yep.
Time to get into the movie.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
I don't know, I just really wanted to bring up the fact that Giran was there as well. This is a warning.
No. I get these are compilation movies, but I guess they couldn't get away from repeating the same scene we saw, like, what, in the first 20 episodes of the original?
I don't know what we're doing yet, so... I was saying, in fairness, we could have been looking at side 6. Encounters in space. I know now. I know now. You don't have to remind me now. It's just when you said that, we didn't even have any subtitles up, so it's like, what happens? Are we gonna skip side 6? I don't think you could. I mean, you probably could skip the Mirai love interest segment, but Slager happens there.
Lala.
Yeah, I would say Char picks up Lala from the forgot the name, starts with an F. Flanagan Institute.
Flanagan Institute, yeah.
I would say Fernandez Institute. I was just losing it.
いくつかの戦いを経て、いつしか一人前の戦士に育っていった。そして、
You know, I think he could have survived that.
新たな戦局の進展に伴って、
Not the,
He blew himself off.
the scenario, not the event. Right? Like, what if he had jumped out, thrown the explosives into the face of the Gundam, had a grapple hook in the other hand? I mean, he could have tried.
No, this is not Uwako. It is
Luna 2.
Luna 2.
Well,
Yeah.
it's where they should have... I don't know. Are we heading to the... No, because we head away from there as a distraction for us first.
Yeah.
Side 6 happens somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Luna 2 becomes the rendezvous point for the Federation
Well,
fleets.
Luna 2 is where the TNM fleet goes.
Yeah, TNM. TNM.
See, now you're
Yeah,
doing
you
it.
always have
I figured it out.
Yeah.
Now you're fucking up.
Yeah. TNM.
Oh, you don't have to worry. He'll be dead by the end of this.
一隻であることに間違いはありません。
シャアが来るんだわ。
Chen? Oh, he's talking to Chen that Char is
そう
coming.
いう人よ。どうして
But why do you say Chen's coming?
ただ、
She.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah.
はい。
未来少尉、予定通りポイント E300 で加速。
Unless,
了解。
sorry, I forgot the other guy's name.
ホワイトベースはいかにも月に向かう
Yeah, two of them left. Yeah, those two guys.
Yeah, well, maybe one of them's not there, because we only saw the one guy. So maybe Chen is
タイプ
coming.
に予知能力があるとでも言うのか。
まさかね。
ご堂々願いたいもんですな。同じコアブースターのパイロットじゃないですか。
どうか。
Newly animated scene of Char crossing his hands.
And legs, I guess.
まさかな。引っかかったんだよ。木馬はおとりだ。今頃ジャブローからは主力艦隊が発進している頃だろう。
ならば転身してそれを。
本気か？我々が背中を向ければ木馬が攻撃してくる。この近くにいる艦隊は
I doubt that.
キャメルパトロール艦
Doubt that they would have.
更新で
Yeah, they're supposed. Well, no, they wouldn't.
呼び出せ。
Just inform. They would just inform that they failed as a decoy. Ah, Dren.
ご無沙汰であります。大佐。
元気そうだな、ドレン。また貴様の手を。
Not for long, though.
私にできることであれば。
木馬を追っている。ちょうど貴様の
This is the problem with enjoying characters from Origin. So they were set up to fail.
第一戦闘配置だ。ありました。追いつけますか。
私を誰だと思っているんだ、ドレン。
申し訳ありません、大佐。
He actually won't catch up with them.
Well, technically
Like,
did.
yeah,
They
of
all
course.
did.
Yeah, but remember they.
Char
They
shows
fight
up
Dren.
right after Tren dies. So they all
Yeah.
caught up. Like, they were all in the same area.
Yeah, but they didn't
There's
cut off in
probably
time,
a good, 30 seconds where Jen is still dying in space where Char's there.
They look like two gun can.
That's not too red.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh. This is contrary to Kozan's report that there's only
Yeah.
one on board. He says that in the movie too. Okay, wait. Maybe they just picked up another.
Yeah, and Jaburo.
Yeah. Are they both gun cannons, or are those
Yeah, they're both
general
cannons,
models?
No, they get both gun cannons.
Or are they RX-76, RCX 76s?
They're not GMs. They are gun cannons.
No, that GM isn't RCX 76. The remember Iron Cavalry from Origin? Those are RCX 76s. They also have the cannon thing on the right arm shoulder.
Yeah, but these are twin guns.
Well, then I have no fucking idea. It's weird.
分かってるって言ったでしょ。離れんとぶっ飛ばされるぞ。スレカ。
Who's piloting the other one?
ノーマルスーツを着用してください。
Zeta.
No, the other gun cannon.
One of them was Hayato. Hayato. I don't know who it was. Hayato. I don't know who the other one
Well,
was.
that's what I'm saying. If it's not a general person, if it's somebody that we know, that changes a lot.
キャメル隊はあと30秒で木馬と接触できますが、我が方は3分遅れです。
I mean, I think they didn't want to put the gun tank in space, which I would have complained that it wasn't very good in space, was too slow.
But they
Not
did.
maneuverable, but not here, though.
Well, this isn't the fight where it matters. The only fight where that matters is the fight at Star One. Operation Star One is...
Yeah. No, it's not Oberku.
Yeah, it's Solomon.
Solomon, yeah.
Sorry, Operation Star One is actually Oberku. I meant Operation Solomon.
Yeah. And now they don't have the gun, the bull, or the... But see, they're just... Yeah. So it's
only Operation
Hayate,
Solomon that it matters that we put the gun cannon out, because that's where Hayato is in it and gets injured.
Yeah. And they changed that too, where in the original they would split apart, and here they start to go low. They kept together in this time around. See, there's no G bull and there's no G armor this time around.
No, it is. Remember, they repainted. That's what we were talking about last time, where it just looks like the white one.
Yeah, but those are not recombining. They don't recombine with.
Right, no,
the
but
G bull and G armor.
It is the thing we're talking about, though. We're not talking about the combined model. We're talking about the.
Yeah.
They upgraded the G fighter to the G whatever it's called now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this entire battle is new because, well, a lot of it is new because all the explosions and stuff like that are effects that are from the 1980s, not the 70s.
木馬の白いやつが。
聞こえないぞ。
ガンダムがいないそうです。
あのリックどもは。
クライシーです。奴はガンダムを見て
Stupid
ないと
thought.
言ってます。
You don't have to scream in my ear. We can't actually hear the explosions in space. Sound doesn't travel that way.
Yeah.
ドレン隊。ありが。ゼロ方向から接近するものあります。なんだ。モビルスーツらしきもの。
Somebody turn down that backing music. I can't hear myself think.
本当にでもありません。
スワメルか。ガンダムだ。あの白いやつだ。
It's my nickname in high school.
Okay. That's an interesting name.
Looks very apathetic.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
I can't tell if that's better or worse. I'm going to say it's better.
Yeah, because he gets killed and
Well,
against the
no,
glass, he
is
doesn't
it better
do
to
something.
have died in a blast and an explosion, or just in space? And I have to say it's probably better because it has to be faster.
Did the translator change for Char?
No, because she said Char before.
Yeah.
後方に対してワイライン展開。コースこのまま最大戦速で現空域を脱出する。
Yeah, the Char didn't make it in time this time around.
さすがだな、アムロ。
よー、ニュータイプ、ニュータイプ。作戦はソロモンなんですか？
He likes the word so much that he said it
それは
twice.
時間を稼ぐために本艦はサイド6に直行する。
サイド 6？
次の作戦までの陽動の意味がある。
Also, we didn't have the whole breakdown of Bright being broken down, and well, he turned into the simp that he turned into in the series. Apparently not. He's like, oh, we're gonna go to side 6. I'm in command. Like,
いや、注意にはコアブースターのシミュレーションをやってもらう。
いい。不服なのか、未来。
まさかホワイトベースサイド6へ向かいます。
This bride is completely, well, not completely different, but
すまんすまん。
いいえ、
he's more jealous.
Yeah, they didn't show us this stuff, so they're reminding us
ど
for.
こにいるんですか？
Yeah.
戦争を避けるためにサイド6に逃げたとか。
軍令がなければ誰が寄るものか。
かつて
And now he said he's being ordered to go there, supposed that he chose because the ship got
ジオ
damaged.
ン公国の宇宙攻撃軍の拠点
Wow, that's significant changes.
ここの指揮官ドズル・ザビ中将は彼が罷免したシャア大佐を使う姉キシリアに対してシャアの無能さを教えてやりたかった。しかしルナ2に集結しつつある地球連邦軍主力艦隊の目的がわからぬ限りコンスコン一体以上の戦力を割くわけにはいかなかった。
Maybe Chan does mean Char, because they just said Luna H.
Yeah. Which is supposed to be Luna too.
シャアの追撃を受けているホワイトベースは中立サイドであるサイド6
The
の
airspace
入りつつあった。
As opposed to the space.
Or, just space.
Just say just space, yeah. This tape that will certainly stop anybody from firing anything.
ご苦労様です。
Actually, it's not meant to do that. It's meant to show that you fire the weapons.
Oh, I guess something I should have mentioned before. Rewatching Origin, as I frequently do. I think Aga was also a new type.
これが1枚破られますと分かっています。大変な罰金を払
I was going to add him to my list, and I wanted to mention that Aga, possible new type.
それもサイド6の中ではできません。すべて戦争協力になりますので。ブリッジへご案内しましょう。ちょうどよかった。入港するところです。
ホワイトベース入港。係留用意。360度。レーザーセンサー開放。
未来じゃないか。
カムラン、あなた。
未来、生きていてくれたのかい。
White base crashes into the side of Side 6.
あなたこそお元気で。
誰なんだろう。親戚じゃないの？
カムラン検察官、入港中です。遠慮していただきたい。未来少尉も。はい。
Yeah, this time around he's not putting up with that bullshit. It's like,
未来。
Oh, he said the same thing before.
yeah, I know, but if you recontextualize when he was like, "Oh, I'm in charge now," it's he has
No,
a
I'm
different
saying
attitude.
literally nothing has changed. We're not at that point yet.
Well, it did get damaged.
Well, it's just
But
because we
they're
didn't
using that
change the animation.
Yeah,
It's literally we didn't see them get shot at all, really.
yeah.
君の父上が亡くならなければ戦争だって。
そうね。私がサイド7へ移民することもなかったかもしれない。
それなんだ。なぜそれを僕に知らせてくれなかったんだ。未来、君の消息を得るために僕は必死だった。
必死で？
必死で探させた。いくら費用がかかったか知れないくらい。
Actually didn't appreciate that. For some reason.
なぜご自分で探してはくださらなかったの？
このサイド6に移住する
Because then you'd hate me for not having a job.
親同士の決め
You'd get me on something, Mirai.
いや、それは違う未来。それは君の誤解だ。いいか。ゆっくり話し合おう。これから来ないか。
Someone's about to get hit in the face.
でも、
いや、悪いようにしない。未来、君のための骨折りなら。
ちょっと待ってよ。
失礼。
Or lightly tapped in the face. I think it's the sound effect that did all the job of making that real weak. Then again, it's sort of a 0G thing going on. Maybe he couldn't hit him that hard.
I mean, he did hit him hard. He could have, momentum would have.
In the original, well, no, it's that if he hit him hard, he'd be flying backwards too.
Yeah.
そういうことさ。なんせ未来少尉はホワイトベースのお袋さんなんだからな。
Do you? Look at be fraud.
So you were willing to marry your mom, basically? That's what you're saying?
スペースコロニーの中心部
If they keep that in the show, which probably they will.
無重力体である。 エレベーターは3000メートル余りを降りて、重さを感
3
じることの
kilometers,
で
yeah.
きる人工の地上へ着く。
And that truck ran out over that car.
山や森や都市があり、あたかも地球上と同じ景色を作り出している。
We did cut the chef, though. Well, I mean, he's there. We cut his
Yeah.
conversation,
ちゃんと
though.
届けてくれるかしらね。
急がしておいたけどね。
I mean, really, we've cut them all.
父さん、
どうしたのアムロ？
先に戻ってて。すいません。
So easy to find since everyone else is a statue.
Yeah. Everybody's standing still. And now we get funky in the 1970s music. I can see a band in the corner going like,
父さん、
おう、アムロか。
父さん。
ガンダムの戦果はどうだ？順調なのかな？
はい、父さん。
来るがいい。
はい。
I wonder if the movie is going to try to explain Tem's condition.
入って入って。
yeah.
Like, are we going to get a flashback of him getting blown out into space
ここは
to remind us what happened to
ジャ
him?
ンク屋というところは情報を集めるのに便利なのでな。ここに住み込みをさせてもらっている。こいつをガンダムの記憶回路に取り付けろ。ジオンのモビルスーツの回路を参考に開発したものだ。
こんな古いもの。
今までのとは違って瞬発力が数倍違う。
酸素欠乏症にかかって。
Well, they just say it.
すごいぞ。ガンダムの戦闘力は数倍に跳
And
ね
he doesn't answer
上が
either.
ってけ。
Yeah.
そしてすぐ取り付けて試
That's
す。
pure speculation from
でも父さん、
Amuro. He doesn't
研究
know.
中の
I
も
mean,
の
it's
がまだ
reasonable.
まだいっぱいある。また連絡は取る。さあさあ、行くんだ。
Maybe?
It's
I guess if
reasonable
this-
if you think that Amuro knows what happened to his dad
父さん。
on side
で
7.
母さんに会ったよ。
But he never mentions it.
I
But
mean,
he's
you
like, oh,
don't
my
have-
dad is
I don't
missing.
think you have to.
母さんのこと気にならないの？
I mean, you would think that that he would be broken up more about his blowing his dad out into space, you know?
Again, he traveled with
お前だって
Ryu.
軍人になったのだろうが。
Ryu had the same thing happen to him, and Ryu was fine.
Yeah. The other thing, he has a reaction now, but before that is like, my dad has been missing for months, but who cares?
Well, because he hasn't thought about it. Again, he hadn't had any reaction to it because, again, he travels with a guy who had the same experience and was fine.
ああ、
いられないの？
なんだかんだと追い出したがっている。
I didn't see what the shirt said.
を迎えているからな。
Looked like an N in a circle.
も神経質になっているんだ。
はい。
俺のか。
当番兵の手つきじゃ不安なので。
すまん。
Also, you have an
要するに
orderly?
寄港しているだけでも問題だっていうのね。
そうなんだな。ランク内閣はザビ家がテこ入れをしているのさ。
Yeah, this is
すまなかった。上陸はしないのか。
Maybe we are going to skip all the Slugger shit.
カムラン検察官とは話はしたんだろう。
違うのよね、あの人。戦争を自分とは関係のないもののように思っている。あれではたまらないわ。
そうか。しかし人の縁は大事にした方がいい。
本気で言ってるの？
俺だって生きている間ぐらい人並みに上手に生きてみたいと思うけれど、不器用だからな。
本当。
It's going to be really weird if they do still do this Slugger thing.
yeah.
Because I don't know how to think about Mirai in that position where it seems
saying
like
she
you're
clearly-
inviting
Yeah.
Bright, but
いい
then
のに。
time to go watch a goose die.
Is that a geese or yeah, it's a geese.
Or a swan. I don't know. There's a lot of large
Swan,
white
it's a swan.
birds.
Yeah. Yeah, swan, I
Or it
think.
could be a goose too. So I've been playing a game where I'm fighting goose all the time.
fighting them?
Yeah, it's a dice game. You're on your way to go fish, but you're getting attacked by ship on the way. I don't know. Could also be a giant South American dove.
Yeah. I think that's just one.
See, if you're watching in playlist order, that joke carries.
Yeah.
Not for us. It's been a week before last time I made that joke. See, in the show, it's 15 seconds between her making a comment and it dying. Or it didn't die this time?
I think he's supposed to have drowned.
No, it landed. It just fucking landed.
Yeah.
In the show, I don't know, I can't say it's pretty clear. It's as blurry as it is here, but it very much seems like it died in the show.
They're certainly putting more emotion on this first meeting than the first one. With the music and everything. I know you can't hear the music.
それが年老いて死んでいくのを見るのは悲しいことではなくて、あなたは何も感じなかったの。
Well, let me tell you a little story. It's called The Ugly Duckling.
そういうことじゃなくて。
やんだわ。綺麗な目をしてるのね。
Not for nothing, but aren't you in love with Char? What are you doing, Lala? You're like Mirai.
Yeah, this is... She's always been a strange girl, I guess. Not entirely... Oh, this is new.
Or are they going to recontextualize this as the thing that he sees later and he's just remembering it?
Mm-hmm. Could be.
そうか、私は嬉しいよ。お前がガンダムのパイロット。で、昨べ渡した部品はどうだった？え？
Oh, skip that one. Also, here's a gift basket, Dad.
Yeah. Something for you to eat.
効果があっただろう。ないわけないんだ。アムロ。
そりゃもう。
そうか、うまくいったか。よーし、やるぞやるぞ。じっくり新開発に打ち込むぞ。そうか。うまくいったか。そうさ、私が作ったものだからな。ガンダムの癖を一番知ってるんだ。
さようなら、父さん。
You know, I just recently watched episode 4 of Origin. You know, code name Gundam. It's like, oh. But a downward slope it's become, Tam.
Now he's remembering. Yeah.
父さん！
ホワイトベースへ行け！
ホワイトベース？しまった。
Shit. Yeah, the more you do that, the deeper you're gonna get stuck.
Yeah, literally not large enough of a vehicle to have anything to put under the wheel or anything.
Oh. I don't think he recognized Char immediately. Also, why is Char carrying like a rifle on his hip?
He always does.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. How the hell you?
It's not a rifle, it's just a really long barreled pistol.
I guess so, yeah.
No, I mean, he's pulled it on Zeta twice now. Also, he saw it in Origin too. Remember the guy attacks him in Origin? He just angles it up from his hip. Stop it.
お手伝いします。
構わんよ。済んだ。
すいま
Yeah,
せん。
it's a pistol. It's a weird weapon either
お名前
way.
は
Again, though, he's
Because I
always
get-
had it.
Yeah.
シャ
だら、車はゆっくり発進させるんだ。
はい大佐。
あれがシャアか。シャア・アズナブルと言ったな。
どうした下がれ、アムロ君。
This is a little added animation to let us know that Lala can drive.
なぜシャアだってわかったんだ。それにあの子、ララと言ったな。
Yeah, that's again not.
君は、年はいくつだ
16歳です。
そうか、若いな。敵の士官を見て硬くなるのはわかるが、せめて礼の一言ぐらいは言ってほしいもんだな。
あ、すいません。
We're not gonna be as polite later
あ
on.
りがとうございます。
いや、汚れるのは私だけでよかった。
Well, I mean, later on, they won't be on neutral
いい
territory.
んです。本当に、ありがとうございました。
どうしたんだあの少年。
怯えていたんですよ。大佐が赤い彗星のシャアだと分かったので。
The red comet that hasn't won a single victory since the Battle of Loom.
Yeah. Okay, that was cute.
出撃命令が出てるとなりゃ、サイド6のクイックから出なくちゃならんでしょうが。しかし一個戦隊が待っているんだぞ。
班長、カムラン検察官がいらっしゃいました。
うん。聞いている。通してくれ。
はい。
カムランさん、私たちの出向のことで何か。
あなた方を待ち伏せているのはコンスコン隊です。ドズル中将機下のサイド6の空域内でもこのホワイトベースを攻撃してくるかもしれません。せめてこの空域内だけでも私に水先案内をさせてください。自家用機がありますので盾代わりにはなると思いますが。
それはありがたい。
Time to blow up on him and get slapped in the face.
君に
Mirai.
そういう言われ方をされるのは心外だな。
余計なことしないでいただきたい。
It'd be really weird if in this version she blows at him, Slager slaps her in the face, and then they never do anything with Slager except for a die.
そういう言い方こそ侮辱じゃないか。
今さら自分が役に立つ人間だと思わせた。
Well, it's weird that they fell in love after he slaps her. Like that kind of way.
Some people are into it.
でも僕にできることってこれくらいかもしれないけれど、君に分かってほしいから。
結構です。
未来、僕は押し付けるつもりよ。
注意。
この人は本気なんだよ。わかる？そうでもなきゃこんな無茶言えるか。いくらサイド6の区域だ
Not for nothing, I didn't say anything before, but you love her so much you let this guy walk up, slap her, and then talk to the hand to you at the same time.
Yeah.
Not that I think Cameron could take Slager, but
気合の問題なんだよ。なあ、少尉。
今さら。
悪かった悪かった。
also, not for nothing, maybe, I don't know, send him to the brig for...
Yeah, it's like striking someone and... yeah, but
he's some unbecoming of an officer. He's like...
Yeah.
But yeah, also assault. Yes.
なんです？
アムロには関係ないわ。
Bitch.
Nothing that concerns you. Yeah. Fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna tell you what's going on. Like, okay.
Apparently we're slapping women around here. I better watch yourself, Sayla.
Yeah, we skipped the whole gotta get repair stuff, so yeah.
Oh man, they really didn't need it.
Mm-hmm.
The ship was just dirty as far as we're concerned.
Mm-hmm.
カヤハワから信号弾だと木馬がサイド6の領空を出る合図です。位置を確認、エンジン全開。無事に本体と合流できると思うなよ。
最大戦速で反対側に脱出する様子であります。
させるかよ。リックドム前期発進させ
The
る。
rig dams. Damn you, Rick.
Rick Dam in the weekly top 40.
戦闘は領空外でやるしかないのだからな。
総員、サイド6の領空内で発砲は厳禁だ。いいな。撃ってきても撃つんじゃない。
抜け抜けとよくもまあスカートつきめ。
I pointed out how stupid that was, but he said that the first time too.
話が違うじゃないですか。手当て弾んでもらいますぜ。
分かっている。
来るわ。
向こうが手を出すまでは動くなよ。
カムラさん、もう領空内いっぱいですよ。これ以上行けば。
分かってる。子供たちにノーマルスーツを着せてやれ。
ブライト君、ジオンのモビルスーツだ。
はい。カムランさんはここまで。
Cameron, why does your suit have handlebars?
I don't know.
領空を出るまでは。
And I don't want to find out. Could be a safety feature, you know, you grab them, but, you know, I don't know.
ガンダム108-109最大戦速です。
カムランさん、はい、下がってください。我々は戦闘に入らざるを得ないでしょう。
カムラ、ありがとう。お気持ちは十分いただいたわ。ありがとう、カムラ。帰ってください。お父様お母様によろしく。
未来、引き返します。
I want to say that they added the animation as the reflection of his glasses, because I don't recall that being there the first time.
Yeah. Bye.
(108、109メガ粒子砲後方無彩を攻撃しろ。悪いが向こうはまだ撃てない。
Oh, we're pulling a whole who shot first here. So I'm pretty sure the first time around they opened fire.
Yeah.
クワメルがやられたのか。木馬め、こちらが撃てないうちに。
They got the caramel. How dare you? Also, in the last one, they were not chasing them. They were like they said that they were going in the opposite direction. That's why they're chasing it.
これはドラマではありません。実戦です。宇宙の片隅で連邦とジオンが戦い続けるのです。ホワイトベースはいい。
Also, who would see this and think it was a drama? War has been going on for like 11 months now. Also, why is he making a Haru? There was a boxed Haru, half of it was sticking out of the box.
慣れていくのよ。自分でもわかる。
Yeah, I could make that shot from bed.
これは本当の戦争です。サイド6のすぐ外で行われている戦いなのです。連邦のホワイトベースは一隻で。
フラナガン機関の連中は優しくしてくれたか。
はい。私、優等生ですからね。
そうだな。よく見ておくのだな。実戦というのは。
Especially since that asshole Chalia Bull left for Jupiter or some shit.
わかります。
この事実を目撃した我々は戦火に巻き込まれない。
So somebody ripped off my top again.
Yeah.
See, look, Gigatu or something.
Yeah.
No, it says Haru on the top, and it says Gigatu on the bottom. Maybe they had names.
ガンダムは映っていないはずだがな。
わかるわ。そのために大佐は私のような女を拾ってくださったんですよ。
ダラは賢いな。
By the way, at some point, are you going to scan that photo of my family and make me a copy like you promised?
Yeah.
気をつけよう。
7つ。
I thought the Rickdoms were immune to the Vulcans.
手どけってんだ。
No, you're thinking of the watercraft from back on Earth.
Yeah.
Also, I think you missed one. They really should have just kept producing the over-designed. Sorry, they were. Yeah, the Zaku ones. Sorry, we're trying to remember if they were still MS5s, the Zaku ones.
How do you know Char is watching? Did he call you from the apartment? It's like, listen, I'm watching you, asshole. You better not fuck up. Also, this time around, he just didn't leave the saber. He took it with him because he was there. Point blank.
ガンダムのパイロットはニュータイプとしての覚醒を始めている。ララーと同じレベルか、それ以上のな。
はい。
Well, that's new.
Yeah. There was a discussion in the apartment, but...
Yeah, no, that was like a fleeting scene. This whole conversation, he also never said anything about Amuro possibly being... But we're really making it clear what's up with Tem.
Yeah.
So are we implying that he died or that he just
No. He just broke his neck.
I don't think, well, I don't know. It took him a while for his arm to come down. I mean, you can say that as clearly as you want. This is an interpretation thing, I feel like. New.
Is that Cassini?
No.
Some random girl that he has there. This is new too, because I don't remember
That's
her.
why I said new.
無論です。多少テストは残ってますが、グラナダからの増援も可能な限り出しましょう。
あ、バワクーだよ。あ、バワクーの戦力を今すぐ振り向けてくれればいい。間に合う。振り向けるよ。出撃準備させている。それよりもだ。ビグザム
So there's not going to be a battle in Selma?
あれ一機で2、3個師団の戦力に。
No, there is. He said send forces from Abakuo.
Oh, I thought it was send them to.
しているよ。
Yeah.
父のデギンが頑固すぎるので手間取ったが、しかし策は
Wait, what?
増援も出しているのだ。
Making the background the same color of the skin of your
No.
you painted.
He's implying that Degman's already dead. He used the past tense. He said our father was slow-witted. Not slow-witted. He was slow.
Yeah, stubborn, I think.
I think they're implying that Giran is in charge right now, and that Degman is dead. When's the last time we saw Degman? In the movie, I mean.
Last time. Yeah, and when they were at the funeral. Yeah, talk about the funeral.
Okay.
There he is.
I don't know why he used the past tense to his words.
Also, they have an assembly, and Giran controls the assembly.
Who's that? Who's this guy? I know him.
異常だよ。ソロモンなりグラナダなりが健在のうちになんとかルートを開いてみましょう。
Is he the president of?
He looks like he's like acting as a go-between. That's the way that he can talk to Revel. You're talking about Seed? You're talking about Copeland?
No. I think he's the president of Anaheim.
No, that's not. Because we've seen him before. I was almost going to say he looks like the mayor of New York. Sorry, of New York.
Yeah, no, but I don't think so.
No, it's not either. Just looks very familiar. Oh, I'm sorry. The professor from the Flanagan Institute really changed. So you remember, he was in this scene. He's the guy in the back left. That's not what he looked like before. Yeah, no, that's completely different.
He looked much older, like an old man who was just riding with them, yeah.
Also, I think he was white.
大佐が私の心を触った感じなんです。
Well, I guess this answered all my questions about is Char actually a new type. Well, he did like nothing. Well, Dead Rat. Nothing new type before in the show.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just skipping
Also, that
ahead.
rat wasn't dead. It was actually floating.
It wasn't moving though.
This is the little legs.
This is also an abandoned place. Also, the assistant is new as well.
シャア大佐が私に触ったような優しい感じでしたから、そうは思いませんでした。
ということは、もしララが敵と意志が通じ合える可能性が。
This is not the conversation they had.
Also, McQueen was in the background of Cassilia's shot. Not here. So how is McQueen gonna die? He's gonna be like on the ship when the rocket hits it? Like, is he gonna like try and leave Solomon with her?
My integrity as a woman, I guess.
強いな、ララは。そういうララは好きだ。
That and your psychic powers.
いや。どうだ、マリガン。
一隻ですが、反対のベイブロックに停船しているようです。
私のゲルググは出動できるのか。
しかし、
テストを兼ねて偵察してくる。脱出の用意をしておけ。
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, there's.
Sorry, I like the background shot of Lala floating through, and then she covers her crotch real quick because her skirt's about to go up. This little background shot of her having some modesty.
分かっている。ゲルググのデータは頭に入れてある。
ノーマルスーツを着てはいただけませんか。
私はもう
He never does.
乗っても必ず帰ってくる主義だな。
Yeah, but what is the Gundam fighting at the moment? Like, why did it come here? The whole McQueeve thing isn't here.
Yeah.
This is a weird cut. Like, why did it even come into Side 4?
モビルスーツとの接触があるかもしれん。その時は安全なところからよく見ておけ。
はい。
Like, did I miss that? Did they explain why Amuro was coming here in the first place?
I think it was just a reconnaissance mission, I think. I don't know.
I mean, we know why he came here in the show.
Yeah.
地雷原に引っかかったのか。
Yeah, this is not. No McQueve here. McQueve or whatever.
That's what I said. McQueve caught him out in space, lured him inside. That's what I meant. McQueve is in the background of the Cassilia shot. He's nowhere here.
Yeah.
Well, I have no idea where the fuck McQueve is gonna die. But then again, they didn't show Iselina dying, so... Ah, the Sea of Piss.
Well, that's supposed to be the broken mirror areas, right?
No, that should be outside.
Yeah, but there's spaces. There's spaces for the light to come from outside.
That's not a mirror.
Oh, yeah.
That's just the open windows. The mirrors are the things on the outside reflecting inwards.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
この感じだわ。さっきの感じ。
地雷原に追い込めばガンダムといえども。
Oh, now it's nuclear. It's even worse than before. I also don't think the head of the Gundam got cut before. Oh, we have to make it a nuclear minefield because it was McQueeve's suit exploding.
Yeah, we thought of the same thing. Yeah.
I guess that's one way to make the same thing happen. It does make Xeon seem a lot stupider, though.
Yeah, why put nuclear mines and
It's abandoned side, yeah.
Just so they can lure the Gundam in? Yeah.
Also, they didn't talk about the Flanagan Institute at Side 6. They only mentioned it here.
Mm.
Kind of feels like they imply the Flanagan Institute's here, in this place that we've nuclear mined. So what did happen to the gun tank between here and the last movie?
I guess it got dumped into, left in, what's the name?
Jaburo.
Jaburo, yeah.
Oh, right, when he tried to fake his death.
Yeah.
Or at least his mobile suit exploding.
Also, we don't get the whole talking to Sailor part of it? Oh, yeah, it's supposed to come up right now, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the gold thing?
No, yeah, the whole setup for the gold and whatnot, yeah.
Wait, does that happen here? Yeah, it does.
Yeah, because they go out.
I already agreed with you. I already agreed with you.
Yeah.
カイ、ハヤト、聞こえるか ?2 機は反対の米ブロックを偵察しろ。敵艦がいる可能性もある。用心してかかれ。ガンダムの偵察隊は別に出す。フラウ、木村、ロール、オムル、セイラ、ジョブにバギーをスタンバらせろ。
Who's roll? I got a list of all the names. I don't know that one.
Yeah. Some random dude, I guess.
メガ粒子は反対の米ブロックへ照準合わせ。いつ敵が出てくるかわからんぞ。未来、エンジンは臨界のままだ。
What's... Saying a lot of people, a lot more people.
バギーの回線はこちらへ回せ。はい。
どうぞ。
フラウはハヤトとカイの方を受信し続けろ。
はい。
Oh, so they explained that because in the original Frau left and he took over. So now here Frau is monitoring the gun.
Yeah, because she was like exhausted or something. She's like,
Yeah.
Or was that Mirai? Because that's when she has a conversation with
It
Slayer.
was off. Yeah, no, that happens later. And also, I didn't remember
White Horse.
Yeah. And the mega pistol. That pistol looks shorter now.
Well, you're looking at it straight on.
Yeah. Yeah.
兄さんこそ父さんの敵討ちをすると言って私から離れたのに軍人となって地球連邦の敵に
Oh
なって
no, I left you to fight the enemies.
筋違いじゃないんですか
All of our enemies, which is everyone, according to me.
私たちを育ててくれたジンバラルは
Just lean on in here.
皇王が父を暗殺したと言い続けていた。
ええ、口癖だったわね。
父の死因となった
I don't know, I'm still pretty sure it was Caecilia, not Degwin.
それを悟られぬためにデインは広告性を敷いたとき、父の名前のジオンを国の名に使ったわけだ。宇宙移民者の独立主権を唱えた父は、宇宙の民をニュータイプのエリートだとしたところに、デギンのつけ込む隙があったのだな。宇宙移民者はエリートであるから地球に従う必要がないという論法。
I think there's a difference between Spaceborne Elite and New Type Elite.
Yeah.
You could argue that the zombies are Spaceborne Elite. They are not, well, except for maybe Dozel. New Type Elite. Well, maybe Dozel and Caecilia.
でもオールドタイプがニュータイプを生む土壌
The
にな
old
っているの
types.
ではなくて、古きもののすべてが悪しきものではないでしょう。
それは分かっている。しかしな、アルテイシア。体制に取り込まれたニュータイプが私の敵となっているのは面白くない。それは私のザビ家打倒を阻むものとなる。
Oh, okay. Now they explain that he still wants to kill the Sabi family. Yeah.
Well, he doesn't say
like
that his thing has changed until later.
Yeah.
パイロットでは体制は崩せんよ。ニュータイプ能力を戦争の道具に使われるだけだ。
兄さん、あなたは何を考えているの？
父の仇を討つ。
嘘でしょ、兄さん。兄さんは一人で何かをやろうとしてるようだけど、ニュータイプ一人の独善的な世作りをすることはいけないわ。
I don't like the change in motivation, though. The whole "I'm going to avenge our father" really has never been his thing.
I guess he was. I mean, he wanted to kill the Sabi family because
he wanted
they
to get
persecuted
revenge on them for everything that they've done. But now it's like, our father this, our father that.
シャア・アズナブルだ。過去を捨てた男だ。
Also, by the way, don't question the fact that I've taken the name of a guy that you knew. I do like this more than the original. Not the conversation, but you know. You would not believe what I just heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they ever actually covered that. The Sayla addressing the fact that she knew Char Aznable. How did you get that name?
ならな。は。向こうもガンダムを収容するまでは仕掛けてこないだろう。脱出するぞ。よし、未来、発進だ。
Also, I don't think we'll have the ambush where they
Well,
they
no, because
kill,
the other
what's
guy's
his name?
dead. Well,
Yeah.
no, they have to. Because, no, I guess they don't have to. Joaquin could just not show up.
Yeah, Joaquin, I don't think
But
shows
no,
up
because
anymore.
Joaquin's attacking the other guy. Well,
no, he was attacking them because the Sansebar comes out and confronts the Joaquin's destroyer, and the Sansebar destroys.
Well, no, because the other event
Joaquin.
hasn't happened, is what I'm talking about. Before
It should have happened now.
Char attacks Joaquin, Joaquin attacks another guy who's coming in. The guy who was all about saving Zeta, which hasn't happened either.
間違いないのだな。
おそらく。
差出人は
シャア・アズナブル。赤い彗星です。
そんな。バカだ。
Yes, very different reaction from the original. It's like, oh, okay, you're gonna tell me the truth. He's like, I can't believe it.
キャスバル・レム大君より愛を込めて。
He didn't like beg her to go to Earth this time, though.
No.
I really tried to make an emote out of that, by the way. But this time, no, it's just gold bars to leave the military and I guess do what you will.
Yeah. Is that after talking to his wife, I guess?
Yeah, seems like it.
デギン公王が難色を示しておられるようです。ソロモンに落ちろというのか、父上は。
Yeah, I guess, they left it open for the argument to be made that Joaquin, Islena, a bunch of these people are just still alive.
Yeah. Or at least they were not important enough to kill on screen, I guess.
Well, the difference is that certain events haven't happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that Joaquin, though? I think that is Joaquin.
So we left some scenes out to reanimate him so he can die later?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, I get it. We're giving Hey, the cock is back.
Never leave home without him, I guess.
The point was to give him an on-screen death where he was doing something versus just coming across his death later.
急いでな。
戦局はそんなに悪いのですか？
急げ。
はい。
このソロモンが落ちるものか。万一だ。万一のことを考えてのことよ。ようやくにも手に入れたミネバの旅にも負けるかよ。
お声が大きいから。
He's like 24, right? He's so young. He looks so old.
No, he was when they got married. I don't know what his current age is. I mean, I could if I was doing math, but I'm not.
Oh, there he is. He gets wounded there.
Also, clear damage to the cockpit versus before there was nothing visible. No, I was literally just explaining this. I know, I grabbed that during the episode. No, I was saying, I was just explaining the other day that when he proposed to Zeta, she was 18 and he was 24. Because of course she'd be of age. She's at a military academy.
確実に宇宙の塵となっていくということだ。
I guess what I appreciate about it is it's so realistic. It's not some some massive weapon that you can't understand. It's like, oh, I understand how this works.
The thing is that they talk about Xeon, Giran having a solar array before we're shown the Federation's version of a solar array.
第七師団に援軍を求められましたら、シリアに。これ式のことで国中の物笑いの種になる。
And the Dosa line, you wouldn't care. You just wanted to win the battle.
Well,
now he's like, I wouldn't call my sister because it would be a laughing stock.
I mean, he said the same thing in the show, so still the Dosa can know.
時間合わせ10秒前。ミラー放射。迎撃接近。かか注意。構うな。焦点合わせ急げ。3、2、照準入ります。
ソロモンが焼かれている。あれが
連邦軍の新兵器の威力なのか。何事だ。第6ゲート消えました。敵の新兵器です。なんだ。レーダー反応なし。エネルギー粒子反応なし。レーザーとでも言うのか。包囲は敵主力艦隊です。ワラン隊が向かっているはずだな。はっ。
109着艦しました。損傷度 B、パイロット負傷しています。戦力は109が後退したことにより 11% 低下しました。
何、大したことないさ。
そうですか。
Well, I mean, knowing how big this battle is, being down only 11%, not that big.
Yeah.
ドムが。
ハヤト。
Maybe this is where they fell in love.
静かにね。あなたは十分に戦った。もうじっとしてていいのよ。
みんなは
無事よ。元気に戦っているわ。
そう。悔しいな。僕だけこんな。
Because we never really talk about the fact that he's just hitting on her on the bridge all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Also, I like that that one's wearing pants, but we know Fraud doesn't.
Yeah.
Was it girlfriend?
勝ちたいって思ってて、このざまだ。情けない。
ハヤト。アムロは違うわ。あの人は私たちとは違うのよ。
Really, you should have seen him looking at schematics on his computer in just boxer shorts, barely able to feed himself.
She got an uniform. They got her uniform in the movie.
Without Caecilia having to come down on her.
Yeah.
間に合うとも思えんが。
はい。
最大戦速、目標そのもんだ。
I bet they just put her in a uniform so they could sell extra DLC for the game.
カを言うな。ソロモンは落ちはせんて。
では。
いや、脱出して姉上のグラナダへでも行ってくれ。
いけないのですか？
大丈夫だ、案ずるな。ミネバを頼む。強い子に育ててくれ。
あなた。
私は軍人だ。ザビ家の伝統を作る軍人だ。死にはせん。行け、ゼナ、ミネバと共に。
Still, he was the best of the zombies, I think.
I really pulled a boner. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is when he gets damaged.
Well, remember, boner meant something different in the 70s.
Yeah.
The Joker was pulling boners in Gotham City all the time.
いえ。
右のミサイルが薄いぞ。手を抜くんじゃない。
I think we're gonna have this thing where he tried to talk to him with like.
戦闘中の個人通話は厳禁だが、水臭いぞ未来。
But I make the
君のこと
rules.
を見守るぐらいのことは、この僕にだってできるつもりだ。
ブライト。
君の気持ちは分かってる。が、僕はいつまでも待っているよ。
This conversation is a little better than the one they had, you know.
It's a little more direct, at least.
Yeah, he sounds like I wish I could be the man for you, but yeah, I get it. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I gotta do what I want. I have to do so. Yeah. Still, in the compressed version of the movie, it just comes even worse.
Man, I wish I had a hamburger vending machine.
Yeah.
Right next to a Coke machine.
Yeah.
I put it right over there.
ひょい、どうしたんですこんなところへ。
Very much a cloak. Can we get a cloak advertisement? No, they won't go shill for it. Ah, well, we'll just cover it with shoulder.
At least he gets it. He's like, oh, okay.
やめましょうや。部活だぜ。
Where does it dispense the burger from?
それじゃな。
I do not give a shit about this relationship at all. More invested in the burger dispenser. I was hoping they were going to skip it, in fact.
未来少尉。人間若い時はいろんなことがあるけど。
And let's be fair, you're like half my age.
あんまり本気にしない方がいいな。
どういうことでしょうか？
ん？ま、いいでしょう。
注意。
He says it's not gonna work.
少尉の恋を受けられるような男じゃないんだ。
それが。
俺にとっちゃ。少尉は眩しすぎるんだ。世界が違うんだな。
でも。
I legit thought when we started watching the show that Mirai would wind up with Bright. I thought that was a thing for some reason.
It seemed that way.
I mean, I just assumed. So this whole Slegger thing was like, what? Another explosion. She headbutts him with a suit.
指輪を頼むよ。
Or I'll pop you one.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it still is. They try to recontextualize, like, oh, you know, I'm not, but yeah, it doesn't work.
Still don't mention Ron Brown. Big Zom? We're pulling out Big Zom? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there's still a face of one of the GM pilots.
You know, given how it requires like more than one pilot, yeah, a couple of guys.
Yeah.
Should have given it a couple of seats and given it some like arms, you know. Then maybe it could have fought off some of those beam sabers.
日本橋のモビルスーツ、ビームを跳ね返したな。丸々5か。スレッガー注意。さすがだな。
ビグザムは主力艦隊に特攻する。その前に各自脱出命令の発行信号を上げる。はっ、しかし戦力をズタズタにされすぎた。
Tell the cock to pull out.
放棄する。操縦系を切り替え私のところへ回せ。お前らも確固に脱出し。しかし閣下、無駄死にはするな。ドムとザクがいる。それに引いてもらえば戦場から抜けられるぞ。はい。よし。発行信号を
So there's four people on this.
Yeah, legit though, if these are the same loyalty they had back at the Battle of Loom, these guys would have stayed, even if told to leave.
Gundam か。ああいうのはやりづらいんだよな。
Yeah, I think originally he said something about shooting people just floating in space.
なめるなよ。このビグザムは長距離ビームなどどうということはない。道連れに一人でも多く地獄に引きずり込んでやろう。
I didn't know I could do that before.
圧倒的じゃないか。
見たか。ビグザムが量産の暁は連邦なぞあっという間に叩いてみせるわ。
Oh, really? What it needs is like a backup unit. Oh, you combined Big Zom with the gold one from before?
ガンダムちゃん、しっかり面倒見てよ。
ビームバリアがあるなら。
You know, Big Zom protects against long range attacks, and the other one melees.
Oh, he rammed them.
Well, it's also different. Hold on. It's also different because he was grabbing it with the claws before, and now the claws are like firing off as weapons. Walk out there like a badass. Also possibly turn into a space eagle.
この俺がいる限りはやらせはせんぞ。
何者なんだ。なんだ。なんだ。
Again, that's my implication that Dozel was a new type.
New type.
I guess the implication is also that Slugger did a lot of damage to Big Zom.
Yeah.
ゼナ様とミネバ様をお助けできただけでもよしとすべ
As opposed to hold this like, oh, we don't leave anybody behind speech.
Oh no, it was that guy. They said that we don't leave anybody behind.
Yeah.
そうだな。
Because I guess the implication is that McQueeve was on Solomon? Because remember before, they pick up the escape pods on their way to Solomon. Now they're just leaving Solomon with Zena and everybody.
Yeah.
So
Because they did the whole thing. Solomon is supposed to happen first, then Texas.
Yeah, no, that's what we were covering. The fact that McQueen wasn't there, that in the Waltfield, Joaquin. The fact that Joaquin wasn't there, we're changing the order of events.
密閉型コロニー40数
He
機
had
で
a
形
crying
成され
fit.
た
The elevator.
Well, this is new information.
総人口は1億5000万を
We didn't know how many
Oh, is it
Banchai.
them?
No, we didn't know how many Banchai
損害の
consisted of
最
side
も少ないサイドといえ
side 3 before. Now we do.
ソロモンへの増援が間
40
に合わぬからと申して手をこまねいてはおりません。すでにキシリア機下のニュータイプ部隊の先兵たる者が
Sorry, her what?
テストと陽動を兼ねて
New
ソ
type
ロモンに
core.
攻
I
撃
know,
を
I'm-
かける手はずを
I'm
取っており
asking
ます
as an act of surprise, not because I didn't read.
方便です。
Also, who is she?
父上がジオンのタイプ
I don't know.
をなすため公王性が必要と
His Garen's secretary, I guess?
それと
He likes some blonde, I guess.
それは違う
I would not be
地
surprised
球連邦はジオン公国をして初めて宇宙
if it's a Kycelia agent. Kycelia doesn't shoot him in the back of the head, but she does.
民間レベルの政治運動でしかなかった。
ニュータイプ部隊という言葉が国民の戦意高揚につながるのです。
ならば、数百
Or how would you want to bet that she has blue eyes? That this is our Hitler motif for the thing.
人の無能を示すことだ。
私に向かってよくおっしゃる。ご覧を。
作戦などいい。
我がジオン本国にとって月とアーバーワックーは最終防衛戦です。
About
それに対して地球連邦軍は3つのコースから進行することが考えられます。ここを突破されればジオンは裸同然です。その前にジオン本国内のソーラレイで地球連邦軍艦隊を撃つ。
I also like the idea that Dagwin is signing shit with a quill.
密閉型コロニーを使うことによって経費も時間もかからずに絶大な効果を得られる点にあります。この計画の5人化を
やっておって今さら。直径6キロからのレーザーなら連邦を殲滅するも優しかろう。
Hold on, let me unscrew my quill.
勝ってな。どうするつもりか。
せっかく減った人口です。これ以上増やさずに有料な人種だけを残します。人類の永遠
I'm pretty sure Operation British already solved the overpopulation problem.
そのコントロールには先導は少ない方がよろしいかと。
機構知っておるか。アドルフ・ヒットラーを。
Yeah, that's not what he said in the original.
中世紀の人物。
Live in the Middle Ages, didn't he?
独裁者でな、世界を読み切れな
Well, I guess from their point of view, it could be the Middle Ages, right? The UC could be something
そ
different.
のヒットラーの尻尾だな。
私とてジオン大君の革命に参加したものです。人類がただ数を増やすだけでは、人の軟弱を生み、軟弱は人を滅ぼします。地球連邦の絶対民主制が何を生み出しましたか。官僚の増大と情実の世を生み、あとはひたすら資源を浪費する大衆を育てただけです。今時大戦のような共食いを生んだのも連邦の軟弱ゆえです。もう人類は限界を超えましたよ。私はアーバーワックーで指揮を取ります。まあ、勝ってみせますよ。その上で真のニュータイプの開花を待ちましょう。ヒットラーの尻尾の戦いぶりをご覧ください。
Ah, damn it. I was about to say at least he didn't embrace the Hitler thing. Because it seemed like he wasn't going to say anything, and then he fucking did.
考えているのか。ヒットラーは身内に殺されたのだぞ。
Well, unfortunately, though, they failed.
ご苦労。ようこそコンペトへ。どうかね、元ソロモンの使
The
いを。
Confeito.
さすがで
That's
す。
an interesting,
ニュータイプ。
interesting name.
わかりません。宣伝だよ。沿線気分をカバーするためのな。しかし閣下、
あ
ガンダムとホワイトベースの戦果は彼らはそうは思っておらんだろう。ニュータイプはな、戦争などせんで済む人類のことだ。
Are they?
超能力者たちのことではない。当番兵に行って頭痛薬を届けさせてくれ。なんだろう、風邪ではなさそうだが。いけませんな、星1号作戦前というのに。
Maybe that's Caecilia's new type core. Giving Revel a headache. Revel goes out the Bruce Lee way. Yeah, it was about time the Elmeth came about.
現場なら敵が見えるだろう。 こっちは電気系統の整備がまだ終わっちゃいないんだ。
Especially because Charlie Bull hasn't been introduced.
38エリア38エリア将軍これか
Can he sense Lala's? That's why he's getting a headache from Lala's singing. Psychic.
I don't think so,
ability?
because he hasn't mentioned hearing it, whereas everybody else it's that does like a la. You know, they've done that
Yeah.
sort of thing. Well, that's different. I don't think we saw the lights flashing around behind her, the Psycho Moo or whatever it's called system.
Psycho Moo system. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, I think that's on the original and they just added the lights.
That's what I said, that's new.
見当たりません。どのみちミノフスキー粒子がえらっこいので敵をキャッチできません。
ソイン対空監視コアブースター各モビルスーツ発進させとけ。
何かしらこれ。
少尉体の具合でも悪いのか。
いいえ、そうじゃないの。なんか
Call it women's interaction.
すごく。
変。そりゃさっきみたいなものは感じるがな。
Oh, I guess they don't have that conversation.
半減休息のはずなのに。
God damn it, Sion, you've ruined my tits!
なんだ人使い荒いんだからまったく。
セーラ将軍。
はい。
君を信じちゃいるが、戦いに市場は持ち込むなよ。
私の今までの行動に嘘はなくてよ。
Yeah, the whole Slayer thing is just dumb. I wish they had cut it out.
I do think they are adding a lot more people sensing Lala. We're not sensing her because they're not doing the sound thing before. It's just everyone's giving a fucking headache. Or feeling oppressed or something.
無理ないわね。赤い彗星と知り合いだものね。あ、
何隻やられたんだ。マグネットコーティングで少しはガンダムの機動性は高まっている。
Oh, yeah, they've given the magnetic coating.
So we just skipped to Moscan as well. Time to have a trip.
呼んでいる。
Don't touch the monolith.
I was just about to make a joke about seeing a bone go flying up through the air from a monkey's hand.
Yeah.
So he sees all the light going by, and you see Basara go flying by with Sybil.
Don't eat the Lala omelet. It's gonna mess you up, man.
Well, I still think that's just a visual representation of the fact that she's spread out controlling all the gun bit things.
どうした
頭痛がします。
レベル 9.4 か。ひどいな。
まだできます。
That's my worst level. Level 9.4 point, pretty rough.
あ、なくなった。
すみません、わざわざ。
いや。こんな時に何かね。
あなたの誤解を解いておきたくて。
What the hell you want from me? Basically, that's what it sounded like.
私がシャアを知っていて隠していたこと。
まあな。
シャアは私の兄なんです。
兄？兄さん？私それがなんで？
事情は。
I mean, it will be interesting to find out what happens to Sayla after the 1-year war. Vis-a-vis if Bright shares that information with anybody.
それもできないでしょうね。ホワイトベースに愛着もあるし。それにできもしないことをできると信じている兄を思うと、差し違えてもいいって。
セーラ。
Also, again,
兄は鬼子です。
given that he just told you.
歪めて受け止めて、自分ができるなんて。
Yeah, do you share the fact that, again, this version of Char says, I'm going to kill the zombies? Do you not then take that as like, oh, we've got a man on the inside, even though he's fighting for them? If we can help Char, we can kill the zombies?
ジオンの子です。でもね、 そんなこと、私たちに関係のないことなんです。ザビ家に追われ、地球にも住めず。あ、これ、兄が私にくれた金塊です。これをホワイトベースのみんなで分けてください。
その方がいいのか。
We're rich. Actually, no.
I don't think
depending
you
how many you
can do
want.
that because that's probably the spoils of war, right? Where did the gold come from? You know, it's like if, again, we already brought up Hitler, so I'm not the first one today. But if, like, a Nazi was like, let me buy my way with gold, he'd be like, where did this, you know?
Yeah,
there would be questions. McQueeve.
Yeah.
I have to feel like they ripped him from other scenes that he was in and put him here.
グラナダの戦場に展開させている。大佐は私の遊撃隊に入り戦闘指揮を取れ。は。ララースン少尉。はい。ソロモンに対してのテストも良好のようだったな。少尉の力を大いに期待している。
はい。軍には助けていただきました。できる限り恩返しはさせていただきます。
大佐は後ほど私の部屋へ。
は。
We had to have a conversation about we know who you are.
Yeah. Or I'm going to shoot you. That's the last man I invited to my quarters I shot. Well, there were a bunch of people there as well, but still.
Well, they just named who that guy was. The guy in the previous scene that you were thinking was the president or something.
Yeah.
That was the vice minister. Garcia or something like that.
なんだ。技術顧問の朝倉大佐からです。よし、つなげ。ソーラレイは稼働体制に入りました。2時間後には臨界点。
Yeah, no Shala Bull here.
I thought for a second this was going to be the scene where he walks in.
能力は予定通り出るのか。
はい、それ
Because,
は
you know,
間違いありません。
we recontextualize things by having events happen at different intervals.
Yeah.
そろそろ進行中の連邦軍の左翼の隊と接触をするようだ。
はい。
It does them a little disservice to have every cool person in the show drinking from like sippy straws. I know why. It's zero. Yeah, I understand why, but it's like, oh, I just had a badass fight. We're now drinking from my high C sippy cup. You know, it's like what?
やはりな。言われてみれば父上の面影
Not even close.
気づかぬものだ。
I would sooner think that Char was adopted than think he looked like Zeon.
違いすぎる。
ドズル閣下から左遷されてキシリア様から呼ばれた時に、いつかこのような時が来るとは思っておりましたが、いざとなると怖いものです。手の震えが止まりません。
私だってそうだ。お前の素性を知った時はさすがに笑ったよ。
お笑いになった。
そうだろうが。私は4歳頃のキャスバル
Remember the time I handcuffed you?
こともあるのだ。
Yeah.
お忘れかい？それがガルマの死ぬ時の赤い彗星らしからの働きとか、フラナガン機関に接触し始めた先読みのシャ。少しはおかしいと思って当然だろう。そういうしたたかな士官がキャスバル坊やなんて腹が立つより可愛いじゃないか。
ありがとうございます、キシリア様。
で、お前にニュータイプ部隊を預けるからには本心を聞きたいな。ザビ家打倒を諦めて、なおキャスバルがではなく、シャアが目論んでいるものを。
ガルマ様の時、虚しくなりました。キシリア様流に言えば、復讐の後に何の高揚感もなく、
I mean, especially from the least guilty of them all.
おかしくなったのです。
Well,
自分に笑ったのです。
私の父もそうらしいな。
で、父の言うようなニュータイプの時代の変革があるのならば、見てみたい。それが自分の野心です。
ギレン総帥を私は好かぬ。それだけは覚えていておくれ。
新しき時代のために。
政治は難しいのだ。
あ。
Just recontextualize them a bit.
やれ、またぞろ新兵器ってわけなのよね。
ジオンってすごいのね。これがニュータイプ専用機というわけ。
Haru's propulsion system is weird. It can bounce upstairs, remember? But now it also has self-propelled through space.
Oh, it's flapping its thing, so I guess that's what works.
No.
それは問題じゃない。
It was. I'm saying no, that doesn't
気が
work.
ついたらやられているって戦法をどうかわすか。どうそのとんがり帽子を殲滅するか。
冗談じゃないぜ。教本でもあるのかよ。ないんだろ
う。連邦はジオンに比べりゃ10年遅れているんだ。
I haven't seen that book.
与えられたものの中で
The beginning of the first season. I mean, it's only one season. Beginning of the season.
親孝行しに行っちゃいけないのか。
生き延びたいだけならそれもいい。
俺の言ってることはそういうことじゃないんだぜ。俺たちが連邦の無能な官僚や参謀の盾となって死ぬのは嫌だってことなんだし。
カイの言ってることは正しいわね。でも今の相手はザビ家そのものよ。
じゃあさ、その後で連邦も叩くかい、セイラさん。
So I guess this is that political conversation I said I wish Amuro had had before.
戦いとしか理解していないから。
曖昧なのね、セイラさんみたいに利口な人はさ。
曖昧でいいんじゃないんですか？
なんでだよ、ニュータイプ。
それですよ。ジオン大君の言った人の革新論のいくつく先だってどういうものか分かってないんです。でも人間は環境に従って変化していく能力は持っています。そんな人の能力を阻止するものは拒否したい。そんなものに対して戦わなくちゃいけないっていうことです。
まず艦隊特攻。
It's legit like
半分は沈めるつもりだ。
Amuro is giving like a professor speech. Like,
yeah,
no one really understands what Zeon Zanjaku really meant by the coming new age of man. But if you look at my PowerPoint presentation, hey, what the fuck? What you do with Amuro?
やってみせてくれた。自信を持つんだ。
はい。
That was nice, but I've been seeing other men.
大佐、
ん？
今日からノーマルスーツをつけて。
Lala's like, oh, I didn't know that about you.
I was actually talking about Lala.
Yeah, I know. I just.
Also, he goes on to ignore this whole thing about putting on a suit.
モビルスーツの発進終了。シャア大佐のザンジバルを先頭に突撃体系終了。
So you'd think this was after the Battle of Habaku by that guy on the left.
シャア大佐発進30秒後に援護射撃を30秒かける。
In fact, I don't remember. She never. That's the thing that you see that fleet. I don't remember engaging the Federation. If I right.
This is the Battle of the Elmeth fights. And remember the guys who like won't stay on the front line?
Yeah. But Cassilia wasn't part of that.
Well, remember, we contextualize all these fights.
Yeah.
By putting them out of time. Again, McQueeve should be dead right now, but he is alive.
モビルスーツ、5、6機編隊できます。総数不明です。
あれか違うかそうか下かとんがり帽子だな見える
Still a name I don't really understand.
I think it's the shape of the ship that kind of looks like a tricorn heart. I don't know.
Well, maybe that's why I don't understand it, because I don't see it. I don't mean the ship, I mean the tricorn hat.
Don't shoot where they're at. Do shoot where they're gonna be.
Also, wasn't Sayla out here?
Yeah.
Because she sacrifices herself to protect
save
Char.
Sayla.
And, to protect Char and stop him from killing Sayla.
Yeah.
But I guess that would make Char look too dumb, so we're not doing it.
シャアが死ぬ。
シャア、それが
あなたの来るのが遅すぎたのよ。
遅すぎた。
なぜあなたは今になって現れたの？
Well, because conceivably, if he had shown up at the right time, he would have been a like 12-year-old in a
あなたはこんなに
gambler's den.
なぜなの？あなたには守るべき人も守るべきものもないというのに。
なんだと
I mean, right person, right time was Char when he saved her from Gambler and Naga.
人を愛してもいない。
だからってどうだって言うんだよ。守るべきものがなくて戦ってはいけないのか。
It's time to
で
duel.
はララは何だ。
私を救ってくれた人のために私は戦っているわ。
たったそれだけのために。
それは人の生きるための真理よ。
ではこの僕たちの出会いは何なんだ。
Okay.
Women say that to me when I ask him that too.
なぜ遅れて私はあなたに出会ったのかしら。
運命だとしたらひどいもんだよな。残酷だよな。
あなたと出会ったからってどうなるの？どうにもならないわ。どうにも。
しかしこれは事実だ。認めなくちゃいけないんだ。
認めてどうなるの？出会ったからってどうにもならない出会いなのよ。
ララ、
アムロいけないわ。出会えば分かり合えるのに、
はい。
なぜこういう風にしか会えないのかしら。あなたは私にとって遅すぎて。
僕にとってあなたは突然すぎたんだ。人同士ってこんなものなんだよな。
Then
Okay.
Amuro released his white milky substance.
Yeah.
Too soon, as he said.
It happened to the best of us, I guess.
ララ、奴のざれ言をやめろ。
シャア。
Meanwhile, back in the show,
ガンダム、赤いモビルスーツ。兄さん、下がってください。
at least that looked like more of an accident than him attacking her. Yeah, never mind.
何？アルテシアか。
They were even reordering the parts of the fight.
ララ。
人は変わってゆくわ。私たちと同じよ。
そうだよ。ララの言う通りだ。
アムロは本当に信じて。
信じるさ。君ともこうして分かり合えたんだ。人はいつか時
Even
間
as
差
you're
を知ら
killing
せる
her,
ことができる
we understand each other as I'm killing you.
時が見える。
Well, I mean, it depends if we do the Force Ghost thing this time around or not. Oddly, her hair never looked as good as when she was dead.
Here we go. The island where they're...
The island between 5 galaxies?
Yeah.
Oh, this is where the Proto-Devlin went. Oh, never mind, it flooded. So it's like Astral Sea, is that what's supposed to be represented here?
I don't know. They decided to go even freakier than the original.
No, the original was freakier. This was... Like, we didn't spend any time on this. Like there was no running figures on a.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the island was heaven.
僕は取り返しのつかないことをしてしまった。僕はラーを殺してしまった。
As long as they don't show us him with the rest of the gang eating food and Haru saying, "No, he's fine," reading my brainwaves, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened immediately after. Not immediately after, but back on the ship.
ガンダムは倒せん。ララ、私を導いてくれ。
Oh, that's a good change. I like that. Because it seemed like he wasn't so attached that he felt anything. I was like, why not?
先方隊は事実上全滅か。ひどいものだな。
はい。
木馬を取り逃がすとはな。やや買いかぶりすぎたかな、私は。
シリア様、アーバオワ空のギレン総帥より匿名であります。
うん。
連邦軍主力艦隊はアーバオワ空へ進行しつつあり、ソーラーレイのルート上のジオン艦隊はすべて退避。作戦タイム2105。
ソーラレイを30分後に使うというのか。急ぎすぎる。ギレンめ。どうしたと
I
いうの
mean, to be fair to Giran, probably no one should ever say. That timetable should really be made by the Federation fleet. Whenever they get into position is when you need to fire that damn thing.
大丈夫よ。この区域には
There is no too soon when you're being invaded.
アムロに対抗できるニュータイプもいなくなったか
Well, it depends on how effective you want to be.
No, we'll cover that when it happens, but she just said there's no more new types to challenge Amuro.
その頃、
implying that Amuro is now the strongest new type.
艦隊はア・バオア空に対する第三戦闘ライン上に集結しつつあった。ここに至り、レベル将軍は攻撃目標を示した。ア・バオア空を抜き、ジオンに進行すると。
閣下、グレートデギンが和平交渉のため投降してまいりました。デギン皇后がか。はい。そうか。辛いのだな。ジオンも。
Well, they wouldn't be so tough. You weren't such a fucking asshole. He broke you out of prison so you guys could discuss peace.
しかし、ちょうどその頃。
アバオア空のギレンである。ソーラレイの最終目標を伝える。敵のレビル艦隊の主力は3隊に分かれて進行中であるが、ソーラレイ、ゲルドルバ照準でこの半分を殲滅できる。ソーラレイ、スタンバイ。
了解であります。ソーラレイ、スタンバイ。
Also, they didn't show us one of the Banshee being evacuated and all that to make this thing.
Yeah, no.
It's just here.
ライト0032。基本ターゲット、ゲルドルバ。
I also don't think they covered the fact that it can only fire once yet. Get out of the way! You're depowering us with your shadow! They said that the first time, too.
Yeah, I know.
We increased our budget to add more colors.
ダメだ、前へ進んじゃダメだ。光と人の渦が溶けていく。あれは憎しみの光だ。アムロ、どうしたの？
アムロ、
あれは光らせてはいけないんだ。
光？
So I learned from the song Aquarius.
これでギレンは
デギン公。
何か。
The weirdest thing to me is that not is the idea that it's melting all the people and destroying all the ships, right? But somehow it had the initial force just to blow the hat off of Rebel. You gotta think you're on the ship, right? And you're getting hit by this. What part of the blast is blowing your hat off?
Well, it could be that it destroys the glass. Well, I guess if that should go forward then.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make a lot of sense the more you think about it.
どういうことなのか。第二戦闘配備中である。不明瞭な会話はやめよう。
Jeez, I'm sorry, Garcia. You were reactors.
グレートデギンの識別信号がゲルドルバの戦場で確認されたのですが、どうも。
グレートデギンが。
はい。しかも敵艦隊の主力と全くの同一戦場であります。
出撃の報告はあったのか。
いえ。
わかった。敵の残存兵力の監視を。
は。
グレートデギンが。妙な。
Maybe it was foreshadowing when Giran referred to him in the past tense.
Yeah. Like he didn't need him anymore. Also, that Gearing controlled the assembly, which I guess means that
well, he's
already dismissed him.
He's Supreme Commander Giran, so I mean, I assume he was in control of
also
most
political.
Of it.
Well, military, yeah, but not political.
We haven't seen like anything political from Xion's side.
ソーラーシステムを使ったらしいな。
ソーラーシステム？
ソロモンの時連邦が使ったやつだ。パワーが段違いだけどね。
ホワイトベース、暗号コードベータとは。
了解。
我が忠勇なるジオン軍兵士たち。
Oh, different shot of the carrier. Made it look a lot bigger.
この輝きこそ我らジオンの正義の証である。決定的打撃を受けた地球連邦軍にいかほどの戦力が残っていようと、それはすでに形骸である。あえて言おう、カスであると。それら軟弱の集団がこのアバオア空を抜くことはできないと私は断言する。
I mean, probably a lot easier to inspire all these recruits than, you know, the main forces which are already dead.
これ以上戦い続けては人類そのものの存亡に関わるのだ。地球連邦の無能なる者どもに思い知らせ、明日の未来のために我がジオン国国民は立たねばならんのである。
My father once told me about a man who lived in the Middle Ages. Now let me tell you about it. Fucking Kieran.
第2大隊と第4大隊が N ポイントから進行します。我々はルザルを機関として残存艦艇をまとめて。
Will somebody take care of this fucking Haro?
戦力不足ね。
こちらもソーラーシステムを使えればな。
でも大丈夫だと思います。
Yes, right. If only we could use the solar system too.
確かに十字砲火の一番来るところですけど、一番脆いところだとも言えます。作戦は成功します。
ニュータイプの艦か？
はい。
時間合わせどうぞ。3。
You know he's lying, but
well, he covers that later.
作戦スタートです。
Assuming he does it in the movie.
総員第一戦闘配置だ。10分後に F ラインを突破するぞ。
Oh. Right above, I couldn't point it out fast enough. The background of the map showing everything, to the upper right was another image of Abakuo, and above that it said Nihon, and below that it said Sunrise. Obviously sunrise with an A for some reason.
oh, oh that love type.
I got a Mac on your girl.
手間かけてすまなかったね。
俺たちは E ブロック一体だ。みんな頑張ってねにゃん。
隼人は
お姉ちゃんとこに引っかかってる。
Like I said, I think it must have been inspired by the when he was injured scene.
いいじゃないですか。
そうだけど。頑張ってね。信じてんのから。
That got recontextualized as like.
アムロ、
さっきお前の言ったこと本当かよ。嘘ですよ。ニュータイプになって未来のことが分かれば苦労しません。
Yeah, thank God they cut out the line about Lala saying that they could see through time.
怖くてね。
Oh, actually, Lala said they could control time. It's fucking weird. The new shots of the carrier are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because before it was like one shot and we never saw it again.
I think we saw it get blown up.
No, actually we don't. Because Kieran's always talking about it here from the command center. And then it's just not there. Because Caecilia never mentions it.
連邦名主力隊がなくなったにしてはよくやる。
Aフィールドよりグアジェン侵入。キシリア少将のものと思われます。
よし、N フィールドへ回せ。
はっ。
しかし妙だな、キシリアめ。出撃させてきた艦の数が合わんが。
新型のゲルググタイプは全て出動しているようで、私が使えるのは残っていないでしょう。
ジオングを使ってみるか。80% しか完成していないようだが。
ジオング
Not to express how badly we're doing, but why don't you try the 80% finished ship?
Yeah.
Or mobile suit, rather.
Well, where I literally drive this bus, I mean this shuttle to its...
はあ、80% か。
全モビルスーツ隊発進。
アゼランタイプ撃沈。敵のモビルスーツ部隊が発進したようです。
It occurs to me, it must suck to be a military academy recruit that's failed a couple of times. Because the more you fail, the closer you get to being a recruit at Abaquo.
Yeah. Oh, he also has a pistol rifle thing.
Where's McQueeve? He hasn't died yet. Unless they're gonna put him on the bridge of the, Guazane, what's it called?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because technically they showed it flying off, so it's engaged in the battle. He's gotta die before the series is over. Series, show, movie.
Yeah.
沈んだよ。先行しすぎてな。
デギン公王から調達なさったので。
歯がゆいな。キシリア。父がグレートデギンを手放すと思うのか？
思いません。
では、そういうことだ。
There's no world I would ever believe that those balls are, could stand up to a Zaku.
I mean, they don't. It's just a matter of sheer numbers, basically.
That's a cool little dish. Fucking eject. Stop talking and eject. I have to think that they're trained at military academy to give out a final word rather than save yourself.
現状でジオングの性能は 100% 出せます。
足はついてない。
あんなの飾りです。偉い人にはそれがわからんのです。
使い方はさっきの説明でわかるが、サイコミュな。私に使えるか？
大佐のニュータイプの能力は未知数です。保証できるわけありません。
はっきり言う。気に入らんな。
どうも。
Or what? I'll die.
気休めかもしれませんが、大佐ならうまくやれますよ。
You new chaps clearly can't see the future. This is the last battle. Unless they put McQueeve on the carrier, and then they actually are going to show us the carrier die.
ま、ここを落とすには数が少なかったかな。連邦は。
新しい艦隊だと？連邦軍のか？
なんだと？
それは確かなのか？
N フィールド戦場です。計測します。
連邦もよくやります。
そうかい。所詮は生き残り部隊の最後の悪あがきだろ。
でしょうね。シャーターさんのジオングはどうなっているか。
Of course, here in the movie, they didn't show us the solar ray being destroyed, so you'd have to think it's still out
ス
there.
フィールド上に新たな敵艦隊が発見された。第34モビルスーツ隊とともにこれを。
はっ。S フィールドに侵入する敵を撃滅します。
連邦の戦力もこれまでだな。
S フィールドとてこのくらいの戦力なら支えられるな。
はい、総帥。
It's such a weird thought to have back to back with what's about to happen. Ah, the Fetties won't have anything left in reserve now. Better go shoot my brother. Well, you should probably aim for doing better than Lala, considering what happened to Lala.
Yeah.
It was better to be the 3 Rickdown pilots that didn't go ahead with Lala. Well, I enjoy that they're showing us him actually going out and fighting in the battle, rather than getting completely tied up with the Gundam.
よし。しかし、奴はどこにいるんだ。あれか、モビルスーツ隊。
大物だ。シャーカ。後ろから。
When the walls fall. Or the walls fell, I
シャー以上
suppose.
のニュータイプみたいだ。しかし今倒さなければならない敵はシャーじゃない。あの中にいるんだ。
Oh, now it's he. Not they. Like he's implying Kieran?
N フィールドはドロスの隊で支えきれそうだ。
結構なことで。
ん
Well, now you admit that you actually killed him and you get shot in the back of the head. By the way, that's the origin story of how I got my suit here in the overlay.
その上で連邦軍と共に。
I'm wearing Kieran's dead body suit.
やむを得んだろう。タイミングずれの和平工作が何になるか。
死なすことはありませんでしたな、総帥。
冗談はよせ。
意外と兄上も甘いようで。
I want the shot to be in those YouTube compilations of those you wouldn't.
父殺しの罪はたとえ総帥であっても免れることはできない。意義のある者はこの戦い終了後、法廷に申し立てい。
About twang, or twanning, whatever you call him. The guy who thought he'd be getting out of here alive.
トワニング、助かる。アバンワクーの指揮は私が取る。N フィールドへモビルスーツ隊を。S フィールドはどうなっておるか。
So I picture me in a Xeon uniform in the back of the room, slowly inching back towards the escape pods.
フィールドに取り付きつつあります。
シャアのジオングを全面に押し立てさせ。S フィールドにモビルスーツ隊を集中させ。
Yeah, the guy got put.
Get out there! Go! And dead.
いけ。次は。
さすが新型。
Not good enough, I guess.
Well, to be fair, we haven't seen much of them.
さっき一時的に敵の防御力は弱くなったな。
そうね。なんか妙だった。こちらもそうだけど、向こうもうまくいっていないようね。
They're doing their best to make it sound ambiguous as to who's winning here.
Yeah.
情けない。ガンダムを見失うとは。どこだ。奴は。
I guess that's the best thing that they could do towards explaining why we sign an armistice?
That the Federation also took heavy casualties and they couldn't just invade Sion outright.
Yeah, they
Or
can't
try to
push because
avoid
they've
it.
still got Granada base and Munzo itself.
よし、取り付いた。あ、シャーか。こちらを見つけたな。
見えるぞ。私にも敵が見える。
しかし、ゲルググドムの動きが目立たない
Shaka
のは
and
どういうわけ
Amuro
だ？
at Tanagra.
学徒動員のパイロットが多いようですから。
That's what I said earlier. Yeah.
Oh no, you said when the walls fell.
要請は万
Yeah.
全だ。
There's a,
Chaka.
yeah, there's a bunch of them. Just couldn't think of any of the other ones. I've been
話
thinking
を
the whole
信じ
time.
れば戦果だけが問題なのでな。脆すぎるようだ。
申し訳ありません。しかし彼らの旧国の
Well, this is not needed.
総帥がニュータイプの存在を信じてくれればよかったのだよ。傲慢にならず。
You're the one who's in charge of the new type core. We already got learned that.
残った敵の数、決して多くはない。
Now they just added this whole segment to say, oh, the recruits are actually pretty shit. Right out for his fire first. You think a whole year of war where they came out of a whole bunch of prototypes and not one of them included an ejection seat. Let's think, how many models, new models of mobile armor and mobile suit did they come out with?
Yeah. Whoever she was?
Well, it turns out it was that other, Marie was that other guy's mother.
Oh boy.
Thankfully, we solved a whole bunch of problems with those two deaths.
Yeah.
解散だけに任せられるものか。
やろう、ここの一番乗りを先取りしやがって。
Did she just call him like kill stealer? Is that what they called him?
Essentially.
確かよ。こういう時は臆病でちょうどいいのよね。
I don't know why that arced. You're like 0G.
こう近づけば四方からの攻撃は無理だな。シャー。なんだ。なぜララを巻き込んだのだ。ララは戦いをする人ではなかった。
Oh, you killed her. Okay, it's my kind of music.
死ぬんじゃないぞ。あとはモビルスーツ隊に任せろ。
But I feel like I should have like a lighter or something.
ガンダムのパイロットはアムロと言ったな。どうする？あのニュータイプに打ち勝つ方法は。
I don't know, you're heavily implying that you are a new type too.
うわー！はい、エンジン急速並走。エンジン切り直せ、未来。はい。
着底します。
任せる。全員に
Sorry, man. It looks like it's all right-hand turns from now on.
We enter the NASCAR section of the battle.
Yeah, it's funny to think not one person on the guns on the outside has been hurt in any of the fights except for the captain.
乗組員のみんなは。そこは危険だ。3人を連れて脱出しろ。はい。拳銃を忘れるな。はい。
Well, for you, not the kids.
I hope not.
Well, you used the word plural. Use plural. Sidearms.
Yeah.
It would really fuck up the entire war effort if they had redesigned the Zaku's to put the cockpit in the head.
Uh-huh.
Because they were named for the middle, right?
Yeah.
Fuck you, I
赤
survived.
い彗星も地に落ちたものだな。しかし、ガンダムのパイロットがニュータイプとして異常発達したものならば、やむを得んというところか。そうだな。
Winning. Get my ship ready. We're getting out of here.
私の脱出15分後に、ここを降伏させるがいい。
しかし。
グラナダの戦力と本国の戦力が残っているうちに。
しかし、今となっては脱出こそ至難の技かと。
私が生き延びねばジオンは失われる。
降伏後、私の身柄は
捕虜交換の折に引き上げよう。船のように。
直ちに。
Oh, this was Star Wars. This would be the. But wait, there's another. You know, Minerva.
敵の陸戦隊が出てくるぞ。総員、バズーカライフルで立ち向かう。
Technically, that guy should still be alive. There's missing an arm and a head, but we know, you know, with a cockpit.
Yeah.
Somewhat bittersweet, though, to sacrifice the Gundam, the thing the fall show was named after.
Well, I said that in the original. I said this is the battle where, you know, we closed the book on the Gundam, the white base, everything.
Yeah, no,
right?
I very much appreciated that at the midsection of this episode, there was no Gundam there. You know, they don't even do the ha thing. It's just black screen. Because the Gundam was destroyed.
できるぞ。そう思える力を与えてくれたのはララーかもしれんのだ。ありがたく思うのだな。
貴様がララーを戦いに引き込んだ。
それが許せんというのなら間違いだな、アムロ。
何？
戦争がなければララーのニュータイプへの目覚めはなかった。
Technically not true. You'd just be gambling in a casino.
正しいものの見方だ。
Drawing numbers to the back of Weird Man's backs.
君は自分がいかに危険な人間か分かっていない。素直にニュータイプのありようを示しすぎた。
だから何だと言うんだ。
人は流れに乗ればいい。だから私は君を殺す。
You know, not for nothing.
Oh, he gets winded.
Not for nothing, but he does have the bull thing on his helmet, and he's wearing a jetpack. I'm surprised he doesn't just go for it. Headbutt him to the chest, stab him. I mean, we know they're going to go for a fencing match in a minute.
バカ、一人でやってちゃしょうがないじゃないか。白兵戦かよ。
Now she's the one that sacrificed nothing for no reason. I mean, everything for no reason.
死にに行くわけじゃないんだ。護衛機を回せ。
手間取るようか。
申し訳ありません。
急がせ。他の兵に気取られるな。
24ブロックで中
Yeah, inconspicuously, Caecilia, with a giant purple outfit, walked out of the room.
あの向こう。
Fuck that guy in particular.
貴様が最強の兵だからだ。
本当の敵はザビ家ではないのか。
私にとっては違うな。誰かここに誘い込んだわけよ。
ニュータイプでも体を使うこと。
Should have put on that samurai outfit back there. Or, you know, grab the shield.
体を使う技、ニュータイプといえども訓練をしなければな。
そんな理屈。
I mean, remember when Char threw a guy through brick lighting thing?
Yeah.
Not even a punch. The dude like threw himself because he punched Char or touched Char. Now kiss.
I don't remember this part.
Well, yeah, we are. We're going back to the Force Ghost thing.
Yeah.
ララーが言ったニュータイプは殺し合う道具ではないって
今という時では人はニュータイプを殺し合いの道具にしか使えんララーは死にゆく運命だったのだ
貴様だってニュータイプだろうに
You killed her, you jackass! You get what you get.
I mean, he killed her because he was fighting her. I mean, come on.
Come on. You're blaming her for being there. Everyone's gonna be somewhere.
Yeah, he's blaming Char for bringing her to the battlefield.
She was where she wanted to be. We already had this argument. I don't see the point in having it again.
様を野放しにはできんのだ
Conceivably, the fact that the fire isn't acting like it's in a zero-G environment indicates that there is just oxygen around here.
I mean, maybe oxygen is constantly flowing from inside. It has to have some kind of ow. That feels painful to watch.
I mean, I've told you the stories of my biopsies that had no anesthetic. I'm acutely aware of what stabbing sensations feel like.
キシリア閣下が脱出されるので、護衛にと思いましたが残念です。
Legit, she was giving you up, man. Don't worry about it.
キシリア殿は必ずお守りしてみせる。
ありがとうございます。
Thank God you just happen to have been carrying a rocket launcher.
ここもだいぶ空気が薄くなってきた。アルテイシャは脱出しろ。
Oh yeah, by the way, what I was saying about the air.
チャンスは最大限に生かす。それが私の主義だ。
兄さん。
お前ももう大人だろう。戦争も忘れろ。いい女になるんだな。アムロ君が呼んでいる。
And really, enjoy all that gold that I gave you. A bad story about that. The one time he left her that she didn't cry.
キシリア殿は執行されるところであります。
The realest situation there would have been, where's Sky Skilly? What?
I mean, radio, I guess?
バルマ、私の手向けだ。姉上と仲良く暮らすがいい。
In hell. Oh, I saw bloody stumps and shit, but I didn't see it in the show. But see, that's what I'm talking about. They just opened fire on it the moment it came over the crest. She was not getting out of there, even if he didn't blow her head off.
ダメか。みんなのところになんか行けない。いたって。生き延びたって。
Also, not for nothing, but you're in a spacesuit. I don't think licks of fire are going to do much to you. At least that's what Kira would say if he was here. So I'd never think of Jesus Yamato.
まだ助かる。
Force goes Lala.
I mean, just got real lucky that Char's final attack with the head thing didn't hit the center of the Gundam. Or I guess the implication is that Amuro would be dead.
ホワイトベースのみんなは、セイラさんは。ララのところへ行くのか。
殺し合うのがニュータイプじゃないでしょ。
そうだな。
Sorry, tell that to the other new types that you've killed. Shalia Bull.
アムロとはいつでも遊べるから。
You mean I can enjoy ourselves anytime? That's interesting phasing.
Again, the fact that she's a Force Ghost.
Mm-hmm. There you go, Bright. kicking ass.
Oh, they did
You
give her
didn't even go to the
guns.
kid.
That's what I said. Sidearms. Plural.
アムロなら見えるわ。
Look, I don't know what other things Amuro shows up in, but he should be hearing Lala for the rest of his fucking life. At this point, I'd be concerned that she's not a Force Ghost, that he is just going through something.
ここをまっすぐ。
Nope, that wasn't the right way.
そうです。そして500メートル行ったら左へ90度曲がってください。
Also, if I said this to you, would you be able to go the right direction? If I told you, go forwards 500 meters, would you know when to stop?
退艦命令を出さないと全滅する。
ハッチを閉じて、もう向こうに味方はいないわ。
はい。
アムロ？
Like, I'm good with distances, or not distances, I'm good with some measure. Actually, I suck ass at measurements, but still. If you said, like, go forward 2,000 feet, I would just be looking for a right-hand turn. I wouldn't know when 1,000 feet would be off the top of my head. Especially floating.
Well, that'd be kilometers, so 500 will be hell.
Well, no, I'm trying to put it to, because, you know, we're in the US.
敵の陸戦隊の野郎、ホワイトベースだけよ。ホワイトベース目立ちますからね。聞こえましたか？アムロが。ここはもう撤退ですって。そう思うな。
Also, maybe it's not new type stuff. Maybe it is radio.
勝つとなりゃ、ここを引き上げてもよかろう。じゃあ、よっしゃ。
Yeah, because this is what winning looks like.
ホワイトベース。
セイラさん、こっちよ。
Legitimately, he has no control of where she's going.
よし、いいぞ。やってくれ。
了解。
ホワイトベースが沈む。
The other kids, the only home you've ever known is going up. I wish what they had done in the movie here, though, is shown us scenes from the inside of White Base, like places that we were at, like the bridge being covered with explosions, because I feel like it'd be more impactful emotionally.
Yeah.
じゃあ、このランチにアムロはいないの？ブライト。
いない。セイラや未来の方が聞こえるんじゃない？
Or, you know, even with, like, ghost images of people that have already died, like, show us the brig, but show us, like, a ghost of Ryu leaning against it back when he was talking with Amuro, and explosion, and then... Because then you can also still reuse shots that you've already had.
アムロだけいないんだ。わからないかって。
そんなこと言ったって。さっき、アムロ兄ちゃんの声聞こえたろ。私がホワイトベ
Oh,
ース
so it
にたどり
was
着くまでは、あれほど
Kika, I guess?
アムロ。
It was Kika in the show.
Mm-hmm.
人がそんなに便利になれるわけ。よし、わかったぞ。わかる。さあ、ちょい右。さあ、ちょい右。
And then they do the countdown.
ここでまっすぐ。どうしたの、三人とも。さあ、こっち。大丈夫だよ。すぐ外なんだから。アムロ、わかるの？どこ？いいアムロ、あと5、4、3、2、1。
But that makes no sense, though. Because what are they setting up for? Was Amuro counting to them? Okay, it's gonna be really cool. Count for me.
This is new music, yeah.
Conceivably, Sayla's core fighter could still be floating around somewhere. Yeah, your mother, back on Earth. Unless you still think she doesn't love you. Or if you're really desperate, your dad back on side 6.
Oh, he's gonna puke in there. He's like, oh.
I don't know. He's pulled so many weird turns and shit in the Gundam. I think he's fine with this. Haru was lost in space forever after that one.
この日、宇宙世紀0080。この戦いの後、地球連邦政府とジオン共和国の間に終戦協定が結ばれた。
I wonder if the vice minister was on the Great Degwin.
Probably not.
Well, he was there when to tell Degwin that he arranged for them to go.
Yeah.
But that would also imply if he wasn't on the Great Degwin that he might be the one to have signed the armistice.
Somebody has to.
Well, he would be... I don't know. Would Zena be the remaining ranking official as a member of the Zabi family, or would the vice minister of Xeon be the highest ranking official now?
Probably the vice minister, yeah.
Well, because it seems like it's...
Because Zena is a Zabi by marriage. I don't know if that would give her any power.
Well, it depends on how very... what are we looking at here? You know when we talked about who would follow the Kaiser? Technically, McQueen should still be fucking alive in this. So I'm very confused on that. Not the greatest animation. No, when we talk about like who would follow after the Kaiser in Legend of the Galactic Heroes, right? And it doesn't follow the daughter; it goes to like. Right, so it depends on what we're talking about here. Because if that was the case, then does Minerva have any like claim to anything? You'd think so, because they lead
her father. Yeah,
right, but she's a woman. So
I mean, Caecilia claimed to be the leader, so yeah, that didn't seem to get in the way.
So I don't see why Zena couldn't make a claim.
Because her claim would be by marriage and not by blood.
Yeah, so what?
It's not the same.
I mean,
depending
to
on
me,
the
it's by name. You're a Zabi by name, that means you're a Zabi. I think it's the early arguments that I made to who Char should be trying to get revenge against.
I mean, also Char would also have a counter. Well, no, because it wasn't a principality. It wasn't a principality yet, so he would have the fame of his father, I guess, but that's it.
What are you talking about?
A Char.
Yeah,
claiming
what about
to be
it?
the...
Oh, you're talking about being in control. Yeah, sorry. You didn't
Yeah.
introduce that as your topic. You just said, would Char, and then launched into your thesis without introducing the concept of your thesis.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the problem, is that I don't know. From a public perspective, maybe, but the government, I don't think, is set up for that. That's a sentence that introduces something. That's not a sentence to end on. Anticipation of what?
See.
I know, but
There's more you see,
not at the time of this. Yeah, no. At the time,
Zeta Gundam.
No, at the time of this is released, there was nothing else after it yet. So, okay, if I told you, all right, lessons, in anticipation of your waiting for this day,
yeah,
and then did this,
that's
you'd be like, what? What? That's not the end of a sentence.
It could be something that the translators added.
I doubt it. This isn't like when we finished the show and the translators added whatever they added at the very end. That clearly was not the show. The translators like, this was fun. In anticipation, I don't even remember. I'm so frustrated by the fact that was not a sentence to end on.
That's the thing. That's a thing that happened. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, because that would introduce the concept of, hey, we're going to bring out Zeta Gundam. That would be the thing. Like, I was waiting for I don't know, like a giant Z to go flying by or something. I don't know.
I don't know. The thing. So, this movie, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Didn't like two things. We didn't know what happened to McQueeve. That was and the whole thing with they tried to change the dialogue of Slager, like, oh no, but at the end it was just kind of dumb. The only thing I liked it was that Bright didn't come up as much as a simp as he did in the original.
He did,
but
they did because they kept Slager as he was, so he's still a simp.
Because at this time, remember that we didn't see the whole breakdown. Bright didn't have in the second and third movies a whole breakdown where he's like, "Oh, I'm in bed and I can't operate," stuff like that. They never showed that. That's what I mean. That because in that sense, he was already defeated. Right here's like, listen, I know what you're going through. This is what's happening. You do what you got to do. I got to do what I got to do, which is sensible, makes sense. It's like, you like him, go ahead. I'm not gonna even bother. I was there for you, but if you don't want to be there for me, that's fine.
We said the same thing in the show, though. It's no change. You're just saying he lacked the human element that we had to show Amuro going through, where he was just burnt out. There's more PTSD for me on my read of it than it was. Because you're saying you're equating that element of his arc to the simp moments, and I think they're unrelated elements that it just happened. Because during that arc, the only involvement was that he gave Mirai control, and then Mirai couldn't handle it.
Yeah, but at the end, he kind of never really seemed to have recovered from that. He was like, but here it's like it never happens. It's like he was just giving orders and doing what needed to be done. It's like, fuck it, I gotta. It's a different attitude. What happened, right? It's the same words, but I think there's a different attitude. Like,
I don't know. Yeah. I didn't think it was that important. Focusing on Bright's arc with Mirai, it's just like thing that happens. Like, it's not that important to me. I didn't read too much into it other than the fact that I was just completely wrong about those two winding up together.
I mean, I like, because I chose Bright. I like this Bright version of Bright better than the original. I know what happened in the original and I get it. It makes sense, but I kind of like this Bright better.
I chose Gurren because I like the uniform.
No. Got shot in the head, though. Well, the back of the head.
Well, I think the back of the head is still part of the head.
Yeah.
I mean, it also essentially makes me Supreme Commander of Zeon. So, whatever Zeon happens to be in the future, since we know that they still exist, they signed an armistice, not a surrender.
Yeah.
I don't like the element of McQueeve's fate being unknown, because he's dead. He is dead. I don't care if the movie changes it. Unless he shows up in a future work, he is dead.
Yeah, I don't think he does, that I know of.
And I guess the argument that we could still have here is the is Tem dead argument. But I think that's a matter of perspective. Because, I mean, unless there's like an official thing later, so obviously you could say, oh, well, I know. But I mean, I don't think you do. I think this is perspective. Because unless Amuro goes to a Tem-Rei's grave in a future work, And then at that point, I could still say, well, he died of old age or whatever. Fuck, unless they listed on the grave, Tem Ray couldn't descend stairs. You know?
Too crazy to go down the stairs.
Well, because from my perspective, I expected to hear crying. Because I thought it was overexcitement. What do you call it? I can't think of the psychological term. High highs, low lows.
Manic depressive.
Yeah. Where he had just like gone through basically a fit of excitement, and then
and then he crashes down. Yeah,
fell down the stairs. Was fine, but would just his arm fell down and just you hear sobbing because he had hit the other end.
Either way, I think they handled it better in the series, where it's just like, well, he just he ended up with whether he's alive or dead, it doesn't really matter, because his fate was kind of worse than death, because he was trapped in this sort of manic obsession with the Gundam that he barely recognized his son. Is all about.
Fair, he had a manic obsession with the Gundam when he was still all there too.
Yeah, but at least literally the show starts with him saying, "I'm going to build a Gundam that for children like my son don't have to fight this war." And then when he sees him, it's like, yeah, my son is fighting in the Gundam, right? Clearly, it wasn't the same temp.
There's also the element of, I don't know how much you could say he was trapped in there. Old Tem is probably dead.
Yeah.
It's not like, I don't know how else to equate this in a friendly way, but it's not like, say, a zombie scenario where you're like, oh, they're still alive in there, we could still save them, and like, no, you're holding on hope for nothing. I think he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I think, but you're saying you preferred it before when it was in the show, how they expressed him. I think this is another. I think that I don't think that's necessary. I think the unknown end, the thing that I appreciated most about Icelina's story, about the unknown fate or the unknown exchange. I think here the continuation without an end is also an expression of the horrors of war. In that we see Tem, and just adding more to it is just another. This is the fate of this man now, who gave everything to end the war, and then gave everything. Like he's still giving it.
Yeah. Overall, I mean, it's, of course, he said compilation movies, but definitely all three compilation movies are far superior to what they did many years later with Seed.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought you were going to say far superior to the show. I'm like, ooh, we're having an argument.
No.
No. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Because with Seed, it just feels like they recut. Like, they just said, okay, we can cut this and this, and then this and this, and then this and this. But we're not going to make any more content for a compilation. Although they kind of did. They just didn't, not to the degree of this.
Yeah, I think also these movies try to fix, for better or for worse, things that they saw had gone wrong in the original, right? They recontextualized things. They added the whole, new type. Hey, we didn't talk about new types before. Now we're going to talk about new types. Different character motivations, like what happened with Klein? Was it Klein? Yeah.
Klein was Seed.
So, yeah. The commander of Luna 2, who's like,
Joaquin.
Joaquin, who's like,
so I tell you, making the board makes me remember everybody. It's then you bring up the board and show me a person. I don't remember who that is.
Yeah, and so they try to do that. For the most part, it worked, right? I think it really worked.
Okay, just a quick clarification of something we did discuss a moment ago, and I only just now decided to check on it while you were talking. This came out in 82. Zeta came out in 85. So Zeta was not around when the movie came out. That's why, again, I thought that there was going to be an advertisement for Zeta coming along, but...
Yeah, they might have started working on it, but I don't think Zeta took that long to produce.
I don't know. It's a weird thing to add on.
This is hand-drawn animation, so maybe it did take
Anyway, continue what you were saying. I just wanted to clarify real quick while I had the information.
Yeah, no problem. Just finishing that thought. That for the most part, I think the reconceptualization of scenes did work, right? They didn't rewrite the whole thing, it mostly worked except for what happened with McQueeve and whatnot, right?
I mean, he may have just been
otherwise, it
standing
kinda-
in the background of a scene where people died and we just didn't see it. But he had to have died before the end, unless they knew something that we could still use McQueeve. Hold on, he's dead in my book.
Yeah,
I can't think of anything that
what
they
is canon too.
Well, I can't think of anything
Yeah.
that they fixed that needed fixing.
Not so much fixing. I mean, I think there's things that they didn't like in the original, and they're like, "Oh, let's reconceptualize this so it's smoother and works better," right?
I mean, I enjoyed the new scenes. I didn't particularly care for them removing things like Luna 2. Like, their fix for Luna 2, I already said during that movie, oh, you could have just let him offboard everybody on all the civilians, and that would have been the solution to the civilians rather than not addressing it at all.
Yeah. But there you have it.
Because the only thing that they really did that I feel like the only things that they really did was recontextualize some deaths that, like, Slegger just kind of died by accident not by accident, but in the show, he just gets grabbed by a claw and is dead. Whereas this time he's like, no, I'm not going out that way, rams into the underside of the Big Bro. Big Bro, yeah. I keep forgetting the name.
Big Sam.
Big Zam. Sorry, there is a couple of like Bro, Zam, big names that circle around. Yeah, he goes out that way, which I guess you could actually, if you only watch the movie, question if the big zombie is destroyed because of that impact or the saber. Because the explosions are rocking it on the bottom, and then the saber goes in, and then, the Gundam pulls back because he gets thrown back and he, like, kills Dozel. Well, actually, he didn't kill Dozel in this one. The big zombie just explodes on its own. So it's like, is it both things? Did one of them do it? It's like, whereas in the show, clearly it's the Gundam's attack that destroys the big zombie.
Also, they took out all the combination thing with the G armor and the G bull, right? They never have like wasting
all the mid-air testing about combining in mid-flight.
None
of that
took all that
exists.
out. Yeah, they just remade it into a new fighter. Basically, they made the core fighter and added more stuff to it, and that's it. It's like bigger fuel tanks.
Yeah, it's another strike against the movies for me. Another as I listed. McQueeve gets nothing. McQueeve did nothing in the movies. I told you, McQueeve is your top guy if you're a Zeon, because he's a frontline fighter, he's a strategic commander, he does fucking everything. He has fought the Gundam, 2-3 times now? 3 times. He has fought it to a stand. Well, I'm counting the time where he organized the operation and flew over it when they downed White Base.
Oh, yeah.
But, he fought it to a standstill in a mobile armor. Then he fought it almost to a standstill in a mobile suit. Like, McQueeve... Anybody who thinks Char is fucking amazing, maybe you're talking about future content, but for right now in the timeline, McQueeve blows Char out of the fucking water. Like, I think McQueeve could have beaten Char. But he's a socialite, he's like in the pocket of everybody. He's getting the research done. He knows Earth history. He is like your Renaissance man. And he's a better fighter. And he almost beat the Gundam. Like, if it was, I don't know why. I can't remember the situation that, with the Adzum, that, he lets the Gundam go. Because he's got it locked down. The Gundam is running out of power, trying to keep the heat down from the Adzum's attack.
Yeah.
He had the thing dead to rights.
No, but I think Amuro does something to overcome it.
No, because the Gundam is running out of power. Because it's the Adzum's attack is overheating the outside. So like 99% of the Gundam's power is just going to keeping the outside of the Gundam from melting.
Yeah, no, but I think Amuro does something.
I want to say it was Kycelia telling McQueeve to do something that fucks up everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is that McQueeve is your badass Zeon guy who does not appear from the outside to be a badass. So he's like ticking every fucking box in like unexpected main antagonist that just doesn't get the front line. And here, he just sometimes has a line and shows up in the background.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm upset about that. Like, if you really liked Joaquin, then you really wanted Luna 2 to show up because it's all you really get of Joaquin.
Yeah.
If you liked Gadim, my Xeon Postal Service guy, Luna 2 being gone, fuck that, I guess. So yes, from the perspective of getting rid of stuff that some people would think is useless, I liked Gadim's sacrifice at Luna 2. I enjoyed McWeave, even though I found him to be a really weird guy. I understand it, and he is at least 3 times better than Char.
Yeah, Char in the original doesn't come out as... I always say that Char is an archetype that others have built upon, rather than being the thing that needed to be cloned, right?
If we didn't see Origin before this, I'd be like, what the fuck is all the hype about Char? Because at least we got to see the Battle of Loom, right? Where he earns his nickname. And it's like, sure, if all you knew about Char was the Battle of Loom, you would think this guy is a badass. He basically took out a fleet almost by himself. And then the entirety of the show, he is two levels of bad. I've got a goal. Time to go get the goal. I failed again. Time to retreat and try again.
Yeah, but then again, well, I guess they did better with Raul, because Raul actually did much better. And when he retreated, it was like, okay, I want to save my troops, and I don't want to waste my time. I'll come back when I'm good and ready, right? Like, it made sense. Char was like, I'm going to kick your ass. And then it's like, oh shit, never mind. I got to go. And then he's like, I got to kill the Sabi family. He only killed 2 of them, and one of them was killed by White Base. He just lured Gary into fighting the White Base directly. It's like, yeah.
Technically, he's not responsible for Garma. And he's not responsible for Garma's death. Even though they blame him for Garma's death, it's only because he's responsible for Garma's protection. And he did not protect Garma.
No, he actually lied to Garma.
That's not
he saw the White
We're talking
Base.
about who he kills. He rocket launched Caecilia in the face. That is him killing Caecilia. Him saying, hey, they're over there, isn't him killing them. Garma got killed by White Base. I would sooner put Bright on the claim list for who killed
Yeah, but
who.
the way it happened was that Charles, he lied to he saw the White Base and lured Garen to fly literally into front of the White Base so the White Base would take it out.
Okay,
so he
if
lied
I
to
said, hey, Lessons, I'm going to meet you down in the bayou, and then give you, coordinates to meet you in the bayou, and then you go there and I'm not there, and a bunch of rednecks kill you, I'm not taking the blame for your death. A bunch of rednecks killed you, okay?
But you knew the rednecks were waiting for me to kill me.
Okay, yes, assuming that I knew
set
that
me
too.
up.
Right,
you
right.
set me up, right? just because you were like, well, there's gonna be an ambush. I know there's gonna be an ambush, and you're probably gonna get killed in the ambush. And I'm gonna tell you to go to the ambush, but I happen not to be in the ambush. Well,
granted, also, maybe I know about the rednecks, but I'm not associated with the rednecks, and I have had no communications with the rednecks, right? Just knowing that a place is dangerous and then tricking you to go there, I might be like, what's the term? Not conspirator, because I have no communications or contact with the rednecks. Accessory.
That's what you
No,
are.
I might be an accessory to your murder, but I'm not responsible for your murder.
It's like, oh, there's a minefield. I know there's a minefield. I didn't set up the minefield. You should go and check out that place. There might be a minefield. And I go and get blown up. It's like, well, I didn't blow him up.
Right, again, I might be an accessory. That's the most I would give Char. He is an accessory to Garma's death. He is not Garma's killer.
No. I think that's one of the reasons why he doesn't get, killed outright, right?
That's why I said he's responsible for the protection of Garma. That's what he failed in doing. So, and it's also, you gotta think that that's where Caecilia figures him out. Because that's when she sends her agent. She's not, go kill this guy who got my brother killed, the only actual person in the family, besides my father, apparently, that I cared about.
Well, in Origins, she does kind of promise to protect them, but that even Garen's were like, I don't trust either of you, but
You mean Degwin?
Degwin, yeah.
You
Degwin was
constantly are getting off the zombies. Look, granted, there's only 2 of them left, so you got less people to keep track of now.
Yeah. So Degwin didn't either trust Cassilia or Giran. In fact, he says, I don't know what Cassilia is planning in the movie. He's like,
I mentioned this frequently when I was going over my... Maybe I didn't with you. I know I did it twice. Frequently, because it's the scene with Cassilia standing in behind, like, the drapes behind Degwin, saying that I'll always protect... she said something really weird, but to the point of I'll always protect you. After she has the meeting with Giran about being a backstabber or whatever. But that's what I'm indicating towards constantly, is that it's very weird. Because I think I also mixed that into the conversation with Degwin being uncertain about getting into the car when Dozel's not there. And he's like, Garma, come here, ride with me. Because they know that none of them are going to hurt Garma. So he feels safe with Garma in the car.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Well,
so yeah, those are the compilation movies for Gundam. Mobile Suit Gundam, which is the original name of the show, but we also call it 79 because there's so many things that happen afterwards. So
right, we wouldn't watch an episode of Gundam and say we just watched Gundam because you'd be like, which one?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So that has been it. We will be doing hopefully the character rankings. I guess I actually clarify one other thing with you after we're done recording. And then after that, we'll be doing Doan's Island. And then from there, we'll be continuing on with Mobile Suit Gundam Igloo. Or Mobile Suit Igloo. Igloo, I don't know what the hell it's called.
It's called MS Igloo. Mobile Suit Igloo, yeah.
Right. So we will be continuing with that as the series progresses. Otherwise, do remember that this is part of a longer watch-through of the Universal Century. So, probably should have said that at the beginning for everyone who's now confused about what the hell's going on, or even listening. Either way, once again, I have been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?